All right, here we go. We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with not another. We back with Xbox Beast Fire. Sorry we got a little late. We was having some technical difficulty. I was behind the scenes with the mic and stuff. Yo, YouTube, it's your boy Next. In the background, you know what I mean? I bought a brand new snowball. It's not new, but I bought it. And for whatever reason, I'm having some static. I think it might be the wire. Because the mic ain't that old, you know what I mean? I got insurance or whatever, but I might get and take it back and swap it out and get it at Best Buy. Everybody talking about that Yeti. I might get the Yeti. Right now I'm using my Astros. I got them hooked up to the PC or whatever. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you know what I mean? Something I want to talk to you about, talk to you guys about. Anyway, I got some, Xbox Space was kind of I don't know what D at. I see the link. I don't know if you're gonna hop in and what. But anyway, I want to say this. Actually, let me share my screen with you guys. I'm gonna do this for about 2 weeks until they get the word out there, and then I'm gonna fall back and let it do what it do. Again, right here, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. So anyway, we're gonna have a very, very interesting show today, to say the least. You know what I mean? Share this right here so you guys can see it. Present to everyone. And again, somebody called me a begging preacher that I think was funny as hell. Shout out to that hater Joker Eric. But anyway, listen, if you didn't know, again, I made up a Patreon. Something, now hear me out. Well, hear me out. Something I want to do for a while. And if any of you guys know or may know anything about a brand or building a brand, again, it costs money. You know what I mean? Licensing. The fact now that the shows are now going up on iTunes, Google Play, all that stuff costs. You know what I mean? Got the website. BGST with all the other brands that's associated with that. And again, all those things take money. So I'm gonna say this for the record right now. First of all, again, shout out to everybody. I got, I think, 7 people signed up so far. It ain't been a week. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the real MVP. Somebody trying to give me some backlash today, or just they hate. You do what they hate. And this is the only time that I'm going to address this. Those of you that know, when even you don't, I'm explaining to those that don't know, that have been rocking out with me, or anything that I may make. You know what I mean? Whether it's my podcast, the videos that just came with me. 99.9% of the people you see within my shows, I can say from everybody right here in this part of this thing right panel, I met you guys out of my comment section on Xbox Live. You know what I mean? I don't set up a wall between me and my subscribers. I'm not one of those other you. Listen. I'm not talking from anybody else. I'm just talking about myself. Okay? I don't charge anybody any money to play with me. Okay? It's the difference. Okay? If you rock out with me in my live streams, you see when we streaming Gears, Halo. First of all, Gears only holds 10 people, right? 12, 2 spectator, right? You know the rooms fill up very, very fast. Very fast, you know what I mean? And you might see me all say, hey, next, can I hop in? Hey, no problem. Send me a message. I add you to the party. I don't charge. Well, like it's all I'm saying. If you and again, if you want to get down and support the stream, if you want to pledge, like I said, $5, whatever. I forgot the tier was $5, whatever. You will get precedence over someone else. And again, listen, I'm not saying you're more important than that person. There's someone who will say guarantee you a spot. But like I said again, thank you. And so like I said, I don't charge anybody any money. So don't, you can play with me for anything for free. But if you want to get down and support, I appreciate that too. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is, those that pay, $5, $2 or whatever. You know what I mean? And again, if you can't afford $1, I appreciate you listening. I'll say it all the time. Without you guys, I'm nothing. You guys give me a voice within this community, okay? But it's sad to say I even had to go through this and explain anything. You know what I mean? The giveaways and all the other things that I've done on the channel. Like I said, I do all that stuff out of my pocket and the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to build a brand, like I said again, to take it, like I said, really big. Like I said, I have all the ideas in the world. I just never do anything with them. You know what I mean? I don't. I'm a goat mouth. You know what I mean? I met, some new people. My man King's Blood Game, my man Jesse Post up. I'm always joking, like I said. So I'm excited again. I'm happy because I'm really going to try to take this thing here to the next level. And like I said, again, it costs money. It does. So like I said, if you guys want to go down, I'm going to get behind me and support not just me, the people on the show also. You know what I mean? To give you guys better content, all that stuff. Like I said, I appreciate it. Like I said, I got I don't know, I got a couple tiers here. I got what are tiers? Okay, listen, I got it $1 a month. Let me make this a little bigger, you guys can see. It's $1. You enter, once the amount of Patreons go up, $1 a month. They put you in the automatic drawing for 1 free game a month. Okay. And again, you guys know I give away AAA games. We've given away 1 year's Xbox Live, EA Access, so I don't give away cheap stuff on Broadband Bully. You know what I mean? $2 if you have a brand YouTube, Twitter, whatever you're promoting, or if you just want your shit shouted out on the live stream, kudos, that's $2 a month. You know what I mean? I also have the Discord too, which I need somebody to run that, so I'm gonna holler at somebody. I got the Discord, you know what I mean? We got that. $5, but this is included. Play with and against BGST. Now again, I had to pick something. Like I said, I don't charge anybody anything to play with. You know what I mean, I'm just talking about me and what I do. You know what I mean? I don't have control of whatever anybody else will do. I'm just talking about me. But like I said, you pledge that again. You know what I mean? You making precedence over someone else that are just, you know what I mean. And again, I don't have a problem. And the reason why they fill up so quick because I leave the parties and the games open. I don't lock them. You know what I mean? That's all. And so again, I appreciate it. And then with $10, how you get for $10? I don't know what the hell. Exclusive content, uncut some shit that go behind the scenes. Like I said, just joking. I had to edit some of this stuff out. And this stuff here is going to be strictly for the Patreon. And $20, again, you get exclusive, what do you call it? Exclusive shows and stuff that we're going to do just for the Patreon. You know what I mean? It's just not going to go anywhere else. And I had another one. Oh, with the VIP. The $50 is VIP. You know what I mean? I don't know with those because somebody wanted to donate. I don't know how to do it, but I'm still learning. But anyway, for $50, you get to come on the air, be admins. Like I said, just have fun. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Some people donated. I mean, they didn't want anything. So for you guys, again, shout out. I just want to say shout these last little 4 or 5 names out, and we out here. If you're all current participants, listen, I'm going to give a big shout out to, I can't even pronounce your name, but you just signed up last night with $20. I appreciate it. Yelder, shout out to you, my man. Canolius King, shout out to you for 20. My brother Dave Berry, he posted 10. He didn't want anything. Soldier Effect, pledged $10. He didn't want anything either. Shout out to my man Tony. He just signed up yesterday or today. I'm sorry. Shout out to my man Tony. Sean Davis and Gary Lee was the first guy. Sean Davis was the second. Again, shout out to you guys. And now I'm about to start today's video. I tried to get that disclaimer out there again. Oh, he's playing. No, I don't charge anybody anything. You know what I mean? It's free. But if you want to get behind it, what I'm doing and support the stream, kudos to you. Like I said, if you know anything about building a brand or anything, we all know that, especially right now, YouTube is all screwed up. Your AdSense won't cover anything on this channel. Mike's, Elgato's, nothing. You know what I mean? But again, shall I digress? On to today's show. Now, who I got with me today? I don't even know. Porter Rockin' here today?
Yeah,
yeah, okay, he got his mic. Okay, me.
No, I have my mic muted.
Okay, turn your mic. You sound a little. I don't know what's going on with your mic now. Sound a little.
It's messing up.
Oh, you sound a little better. You sound like you was far away though. First of all, how do I sound? Let me go and pull up the last one. Do I sound good?
Yeah.
Sounding good, looking good. All right. So anyway, not this week. Well, last week. If you guys listen, shame if you didn't catch up, BGST, funny show. You know what I mean? I couldn't go up. Let's say go off, but like you know what I mean. The way I want to because I was dealing with my grandmother and stuff behind the scenes. I had death in the family, so I'm still was dealing with that. So I couldn't really hop in the way that I wanted to. They don't get to work this Sunday though. Listen. So anyway, not this Sunday, the following Sunday, and I was talking about Microsoft marketing. You know what I mean? And I've been saying this for a while. Those of you that know me, I've been saying that Microsoft marketing this generation to me has been horrible. You know what I mean? I said, here's the thing. You got fans, or especially Xbox fans, okay? They are excited, of course, about it. Everyone's talking about the Xbox One X. Exciting. New hardware is exciting. Whether you're a PlayStation guy, whether you're a Nintendo guy, new hardware is just always exciting. You know what I mean? If you're a gamer and this is what you love, it's like if you're big into cars, if you're a car fanatic, or if you're a sneakerhead, whether you get the sneaker or not, when Jordan's, it's exciting. Okay. So I said last week, at the E3, you know what I mean? Microsoft should have been balls to the wall, but marketing everywhere you turn, Xbox One X, little ads on TV, everything. You know what I mean? I don't watch much regular cable any damn way on TV anyway, but I'm just saying it should be marketing everywhere. The radio, everywhere. It should really put the ball on the ball. You know what I mean? Because what happens is, again, you have to appeal to outside of your demographic. Whether maybe you get some Sony fans, maybe you may get some Nintendo fans, or just the casual itself, okay? Because there's far more casuals out there than what you call the hardcore, the day one adopters. You know what I mean? They don't have to convince us. We're there, hook, line, and sink. Like I said, I spent $600 for the PS3 day one. No voice chat, no nothing. So a lot of you guys, and again, kudos to Sony. And that's why a lot of times I'm hard on Nintendo because you don't have to invent the wheel. And I want to talk about their chat too. Like I said, it's horrible. You know what I mean? Microsoft or whoever before them. My first really online experience with gaming came with the OG Xbox in 2002. You know what I mean? And again, Microsoft gave you guys blueprint. Ain't like you have to reinvent the wheel. Now, I said to me, their marketing has been horrible. They should be right now to the balls to the wall. Then Crap said to me, Crap said, well, they coming to Comic Con. You know, they're gonna be at Microsoft supposed to be at Comic Con, and they're gonna probably start the advertising, whatever the case may be. Now, and again, Comic Con is huge. Comic Con is bigger than E3. Comic Con, this you have all the movies, you know, the League of Justice or Justice League. I'm sorry, the new Thor, and you know, you have all the big block movies. You know, you premiere at Comic Con, you get new trailers and everything. Like I said, Comic Con is huge. And this
The
is the
new
first
Thor
time
movie looks
I
like a
got
shit
to see
from
the
Spider-Man.
Xbox 360. It was at the Jacob Javits Center in 2005. I think it was like a Comic Con thing there too. I got a chance to see it up close, a little game or whatever. So anyway, this was in New York. Jacob Javits Center in Manhattan, little part of Manhattan, not too far from the Meadowlands. I'm sure that's from Madison Square Garden. So Crab said to me, they're going to be at Comic Con. All right, fine. They're probably going to talk about it more there, and we're going to see it. You know, I said, cool, that's cool, dope stuff, right? So when I was streaming Saturday night, I forgot whatever I was playing. And they said, "See, you know, you're not gonna watch Microsoft's show, or they have something, they having something on Mixer at Comic Con." I said, "I bet." So, you know, I was playing Fortnite. Turned around, had the TV behind me, right? And when I tuned in, I saw Crackdown. I said, "Oh my god, this can't be the Xbox One X." Like to me, like I don't know what they capped it with. Like they used a potato or something. Like it looked horrible. Now, let me say this, okay? Because I know some Xbox fans are gonna be upset, but like I said, this here you're gonna get the truth, okay? All that damage control. Listen, I'm an Xbox dude, you know what I mean? But you're gonna get the truth, the whole truth. So help me, Xbox. Not always saying that Crackdown has been that graphically demanding, that looking game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that Crackdown has always been the when you think of graphics, you think of Crackdown. That's not the case. You know what I mean? I see some people damage control with that, but to me, the game looked horrible, horrible. Not saying the game ain't fun or won't be fun. So my visually, it looked like oh shit to me. Okay, and I got the scratch in my hand. I said, "Oh, Maya, thank you." I said, "Whoa, you got you know, you got this new powerful console. Why aren't they showing the Crackdown 3 on the Xbox One X? What the hell's going on here?" I was pissed off. What the hell you guys doing? You got this brand new console that's coming out in November. Why are we not seeing Crackdown on the Xbox One X? And then on top of that, they picked some of the I don't know. I thought I put the CN casual and the CN Caucasian. These guys probably have never played the video game a day in their life.
They pick some of the dumbest people to play it.
Listen, I understand you want to get the celebrity. I don't even listen. I understand you usually get the celebrity to come out there. Even that right there, I think is very dated, very corny. Oh, Usher's playing, you know, whatever. Listen, it's trash. Stop it. Go away from that. We've been there, done that.
If you're getting a celebrity though, you get someone
game,
that plays.
But they looked at. I mean, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. You know what I mean, so people can even engage. Games are engaged that the fact that maybe the game may be amazing as far as the gameplay. I mean, so you had the first, now you had the visuals against you because for whatever reason you guys showed the game off on the Xbox One S. All right, no, I don't even think they used the S. They might have used the OG Xbox from 2013, finally the black joint. So that right, and then again, you didn't show. You had somebody playing the game that didn't know what the hell they were doing. I was completely turned off. So I'm listening, and now again, I'm not a big Forza fan. You know what I mean? Motorsport. You know, I like Horizon. Horizon's dope, but Motorsport. But I'm thinking again, you got this new powerful console. They're not hyping that up. And then again, when you show your games, you're supposed to show the games in the best lights, you know, in the best lights, possible. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. You know what I mean? Am I bugging? You had an ample opportunity, I'm sorry, to win over new fans. You understand what I'm saying? And also to brag and promote about your console. And okay, Megas, my man, put the can of cornflakes in the can Mega and corny, right? He said because it was an FCC issue. No, wait. Listen, that's just my brother.
That's that bum talk, man.
If that was the case, then the Xbox X wouldn't be at E3 either. If that was the case.
And it's actually just been FCC approved, so that's not a problem.
The FCC, that's just for sales and, you know, being able to ship it out to the public. It has nothing to do with presentation, showing the product.
You know, like I said, I really couldn't respond the way I wanted to yesterday because I was talking. Like I said, I had death in the family, so I was dealing with that while we were shooting the show. So you know what I mean. And listen, guys, I heard you. You know what I mean. I just couldn't say much. I was doing something behind the scenes. Okay, that was spur of the moment. Like, come on, that's putting the double D damage.
How do you know though?
How do
you know for a fact that they weren't? It wasn't on the Xbox One X though.
It wasn't on.
I was reading some of that. They were saying that was an early build of the version of the game on the Xbox One X.
It's a vertical slice. We get it, right? My whole thing is let's rewind from the fucking beginning. How about that for a second here?
Wait, hold on. I gotta turn you up all day. I gotta turn you up. I can't hear you.
All right. Can you hear me now?
No, yeah,
You
I
said
can hear you.
rewind from the very fucking beginning.
It's kind of low. We'll turn you
All
up.
right. Now let's rewind to the fucking beginning of this whole situation. When Major Nelson left, where are they from? Washington or Seattle?
Yeah. With that,
Okay.
yeah, Washington.
You didn't grab no man to come with you to
do you
help you PR the game. Like somebody should have been on
Well,
the
they had
sidelines.
Terry Crews there. You know what I mean, or
What
whatever.
the fuck does he know? I'm talking about somebody.
No, Terry Crews is a gamer. You know what I mean. Well, I will give him that. You know,
Why
bro,
they have
you-
him?
you-
Why they have him?
That Battlefront chick knew more.
No,
about
but
that
you see,
game
but you
than
see what I'm saying though. They should have somebody on the side, like not telling them what to do, but just coaching them to show off the game because they're playing the vertical slice of the game anyway, of single player, which is the L already.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
the L right there.
Like, at least that would look nice and jazzed up. That game,
You know what I mean?
again, now listen.
Now-
Decided the people that were going to demo this game should be the ones that are, in trouble for that. Like whoever decided, like, oh, you're going to demo this and you're going to demo this. Whoever
What was wrong
decided
with the
that-
footage at Comic-Con?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say this.
You didn't see the gameplay? They had one girl just.
Hey,
with
don't forget.
Understand this. Understand this. We have to think in the context of these games.
Okay.
When a company like Microsoft and Sony, they usher a game out, and a developer, and that game is still in development.
Okay.
You're not gonna get anything close to the final build at these events. Developers, even with E3, they always
No, hold that.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Okay.
Even at E3, developers always create a team to work on a build specifically for E3, while the rest of the team continue to work on the game. So in this situation, you don't even know what build of the game you're working.
Post up. Ain't no saving it. Ain't no saving it.
I'm not damage controlling. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, take that into account.
Okay, here's my point. Let me make this point real quick. All right.
Hold one second.
Let's say Naughty Dog.
I got you. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I was fixing the thing here. I just want to say one thing before you guys can shut the hell up. What I'm saying is, and I understand what you're saying, Post Up. You know what I mean about a certain build of the game. This is all that I'm saying. Okay. If you want to go with that route and say the build of the game, fine, I give you that, right? But the issue was, again, and I'm saying is, listen, I've owned both Crackdowns, still do own Crackdown, okay? So I understand what to expect, a shell shitty game, okay? And I said at the beginning of this, Crackdown has never been this graphically demanding, showcase as far as visuals for the game. The most fun open world mayhem. I get that, but again, now I give you about the gameplay because people that were playing it didn't know what the hell they were doing. Okay, so we missed out on the gameplay part of what they, they couldn't even drive a car down the street. You know what I mean? One girl
being nice.
Camera.
You're being nice when you say they didn't know what they're playing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. One girl couldn't control the camera and move the character at the same time.
Oh no, you don't do that. You don't do that.
Huh?
Microsoft take an L. You don't do that.
Okay,
you don't put no control in nobody's hand that don't know what they're doing. It's gonna make the game look bad.
That's why I just said that they went the old tactic, or so to me it's a very old way of marketing to try to get a celebrity. I don't even know who people were, but to demo the game. They didn't know what they were doing. So then, even that, we couldn't gauge the gameplay of that. For those that may have not been on board with Crackdown, anyway, that's all I'm saying. But what and then again, what I'm just talking about the version that they showed. Now I'm gonna say this again. This Crackdown is not a graphically demanding looking game. More or less, it's never been to me been a world beater. Okay, but you still supposed to show the game on the best platform as possible, and we all know that's the Xbox One X. And also, too, what I'm saying is you have this new, more powerful console that's coming out in 2017, 5 months from now. Why not showcase it on the Xbox One X? You know what I mean? That's all that I'm saying. You know what I mean? Besides the other stuff that's going on with it. Now, whoever want to chime in that, you can. Yeah, I just want to make clear that I'm not, and I'm just saying, not because that, I know you used to talk about the gameplay of Crackdown, but the people that were demoing the game and they knew what the hell they were doing. They couldn't even drive the car. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Again, whoever wanted to add into that or whatever.
Drive the car, bro. She couldn't even shoot at the people. She was shooting at the ground.
Like,
you know what I mean? She couldn't even jump straight.
Yeah.
It wasn't until what's his name took the controller from her that you actually got to see what was happening.
Yeah, the
Whoever
Battlefront
decided,
chick knew more how to play the game than the actual person playing the game.
But here's the thing.
whoever made the final decision to be like, all right, you're going to demo this and you're going to demo that, they're the ones that, they should be chopped. Whoever decided you're going to demo that. Without giving them, like, a warm-up before that, like a couple days without the game to prep with it at least, so you can kind of get control of it. It looks like they just sent them out there like, here, play. And she had no idea what was going on. That was a major L.
Even before that, Microsoft set that game up for failure for the demo because what they should have demoed was the multiplayer. Because
True.
The single player Crackdown, even if you did have somebody that could play it, what are you actually going to show? You're just going to show jumping around, shooting. We've seen all that. We've seen that.
I agree with Porter.
Hold on. Listen.
We've seen that in Prototype. We've seen that in Infamous. What people? What we wanted to see. We all want to see
multiplayer.
I'm just gonna add this real quick. Yeah. The multiplayer, the destruction, all that we've seen the first time, 2014 at E3, right?
Yeah.
That is a selling point. Period.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That should have been shown regardless. Everything.
That's what everybody expected.
Yeah,
I mean, the single player game has never been important in Crackdown. Yeah. It was always co-op or multiplayer.
Always.
I don't even know why they showing a single player. Don't nobody even care about the single player.
But it's cool that they have it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to show. Even if you have the best game in the world, what is he gonna do? He's just gonna jump around, shoot some shit, run up a building, throw cars. That's not interesting. We know that already.
That's been done.
Wait, hold on. Rain 84 said they showed the multiplayer at Game. I didn't really people.
I guess he said they're gonna show it at Gamescom. He said they're gonna show it. I don't know. I'm not expecting. If they ain't showed it now, Xbox come out in November, bro. You need to be showing everything you can to try to sell it.
Yeah, people want to see the power of the cloud, bro. They want to see that cloud destruction. They want to see that. That's what they should have showed off the environment destruction with the power of the cloud.
Now, listen. Now you do have Gamescom is coming, and it's probably one of the things, one of the major things they're gonna probably show at Games on the full. Which everyone again is talking about, Gamescom, which is Gamescom is bigger than E3. That's for the whole of Europe. And again, I can say if you didn't want to show that off, part fine. But what they did show to me didn't show well, and the people didn't play. Get the oven. It didn't show well, and it didn't look well. And again, I'm gonna say this again. Why didn't they show the game on the Xbox One X?
Real quick, I don't think the game.
It hasn't been shown on the Xbox One X.
I'm talking about yesterday at Comic-Con.
It wasn't shown on the Xbox One X.
I'm gonna send you the link.
That's crazy, bro. Now I saw a little footage of it at Comic-Con, but I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's bad marketing, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
I don't care how much of a fan you are to Microsoft. You got to be willing to know when they doing something wrong and call them out on it.
Hey, real shit.
You think this could have been like a last minute thing? You know what I mean? That they just
nah.
They prep for game.
Listen,
just like every other event.
I've played Crackdown 3, right? For about 15 minutes, right? Now, when I'm playing the little vertical slice I did play, there was nothing about what I played that would make me go buy that game for anything.
That's pretty bad.
You know what I mean? And I'm not against buying Crackdown, but I've beat both of them, and there was nothing that I played in that 10 to 15 minutes that would solidify my purchase at all. Nothing. Run around, jump, shoot, climb, punch. That's it.
Yeah,
it's 2017, bro. I played this in 07.
Yeah, what it boils down to, and when they first showed Crackdown, 2014, they showed like a plane crashing into a fucking building, this big boss going down, like all this explosions, and we're not seeing that. We're seeing this crappy single-player footage.
That's what everybody wants. We all want to see the destruction, right?
10 seconds of gameplay. I mean, what the fuck is this?
Okay,
it's called setting improper It's called setting improper expectations,
right?
Because you show something, one thing. And then a couple years later, when it's been in development long enough for you to show even more or show it even on a bigger and better scale, you did not deliver. Something is going on. Something is going on.
What if it is what it is? Like you're saying exactly what it's going to be.
You know what this is starting to make me think?
What?
Maybe there is no destruction.
Facts. That's what I'm thinking. They have an issue with that. I'm just saying. I'm thinking they having an issue with that cloud compute because if you're not showing it now,
I think there's a problem with that.
Let's say this right. Now listen, and
Microsoft doesn't need that right now.
Or the scale of it isn't going to be as big as.
Wait. Let's all say this right now. We don't want the game to be bad. Who the fuck wants to waste their money? We don't.
I'm actually still looking forward to
it. We want to play a good game, bro. But this is hella spooky.
Let me say this right here, okay?
Yeah, I agree.
This is being real, okay? Now, as far as the multiplayer aspect of the thing, I think it's going to be all that they said it was going to be, maybe even more, okay? And I can see why they may be saving should really showcasing off the multiplayer to Gamescom, because Gamescom is a huge event. I mean, I'm gonna leave I'll give you guys the link. Actually, I'm gonna share my screen.
Wait, hold on. Z, you say Gamescom's a huge event, and I agree with you. But you also say Comic-Con's a huge event. So why did they show single player again?
Okay, but no. Okay,
Comic-Con's not as big though.
No, Comic-Con is bigger.
Man, Comic-Con is huge, man.
Yeah.
With the comics and those
for video games,
for all types of stuff. Comics, Marvel always show their new trailers there. Man, Joe, it's a lot of stuff getting first time at Comic-Con.
You guys see my screen,
bro? What the fuck is this?
You see the screen?
Let me switch.
Just look at the TV. Look.
I like the color palette they used though for the game.
I mean the video is compressed.
You can't even tell if this is 07 or 2017.
Listen,
that's probably because the footage is compressed. No, that's not the Xbox One X.
This was
like
this is on their Mixer channel.
Did they also show it though? Not 4K.
Nah, that's not Xbox One X. I could tell.
Okay, now can we just stop right there? What did you say?
Even with the footage being compressed, that's not the Xbox One X.
Now, when I played Crackdown 3, right, the game looked crispy. Like the textures look good. You know, it's 30 frames. Yeah, the game didn't look bad. It may look a little generic, but it didn't look like this, bro. So this might be a little bit compression with the video, with the footage,
what I understood.
Okay, we all in agreement there. Okay, now listen, I'm not even gonna hate on Microsoft for not showing the multiplayer. Like I said, maybe they're saving that there for Gamescom. But I'm talking about this right here.
Can we hold on right there real quick? I don't understand this wait for Gamescom. This is like you don't have to wait for Gamescom. It should be.
We just waited for E3. Why are we waiting for Gamescom?
Listen, the reason why I say this again is maybe because Gamescom is. Like I said, actually, Gamescom is actually bigger than E3, okay? And maybe this may be a part of their show. Maybe maybe they want to do a whole thing around this. Maybe they may not have much more games to show or surprises to show at Gamescom. So I will give them that. I'm just talking about visually. Why not show? You missed a great opportunity to showcase the power of the Xbox One X. You're there by yourself.
I will say this.
If you're gonna do it, you're not gonna do it with Crackdown.
I'll play devil's advocate. Yeah, exactly what he said. It may not be that much different graphically.
No. Talking about the assets. We can look at these textures here.
Yeah, well, no, but 4K textures on cell shaded games ain't that big improvement. It's not like.
No, it's not. It just looks more crispy.
It really is. It's just.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah, the X1X is not. It'll look a little bit better. But I think it'll do more harm than good. People will be like, "This is a $500 console." Cell shaded is not that great of a example.
I will give you that. But
this is one of their big sellers, isn't it? Yeah. They have to. This is their
big
seller.
Why not showcase the game in the best way, in the best settings possible? And on top of that, I think, and again, I don't know what Kim Meg or the guys were trying to say. We gotta wait. Like, listen. The reason why, and I'm gonna say this again, I came up with the whole Sony pony thing or whatever the hell. No offense, Water Rock, because I thought Sony fans would more or less take what what Sony gives them, and that's I came with old Sony pony, right? And again, with Xbox guys, I kind of felt I held them to a higher standard. Don't get me wrong, we all fanboys, we have fun, get it, you know what I mean? But when you're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't understand it. Or Z, I'm bugging. This look in the game. Why not show? Listen, the game again in its best light possible. I'll give you an example. Sony did with Anthem. You know what I mean? Give me that footage. Or when they show games, Battlefield running on PC, they're going to demo the game in the best way possible. Why is the Xbox One X not a Comic-Con?
Here's the thing. The only reason why we're even talking about Crackdown 3's graphics is because they didn't show the multiplayer. If they would have showed the multiplayer, the destruction, nobody would care about the graphics.
Hey man, I gotta agree with Rock though. He is absolutely correct on that.
You know, because there's nothing else to talk about with Crackdown. What else are we going to talk about? So they're talking graphics.
Yeah, because
what we're going to talk about? Oh, look how the guy runs and jump in a car. That ain't nothing to talk about.
Let me say this right.
There's nothing else. So we talking about graphics.
It's bigger than that. Why? Because listen, I've always said again. Let me say this again. For those that are just joining, Microsoft marketing has been horrible this generation. Okay.
Yeah, they have. Facts.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. You have new hardware coming out in when? November. You're at Comic-Con. You're having a little presser, little show. The Xbox One X should have been rammed down our throats. Why? Because you have a lot of people there at Comic-Con that may have not seen E3. You understand what I'm saying? Why not show the game in its best light possible? Okay, whatever the case. Well, again, we judge games by what we see. You know what I mean? Graphics or whatever. That's first, okay? Before we get to gameplay. We don't know about gameplay till we get the control in our hand, right? You have new hardware again coming out in November. And again, they're at Comic-Con. And again, shut up, my man, crap. I didn't know anything about Comic-Con. He told me last week, right? They're going to be at Comic-Con. You're going to see some, like they're bugging. Again, like I'm saying, we should be seeing this stuff on TV right now.
Yeah.
That's all that I'm saying. You're not the market leader anymore. Like, you're bugging. I don't know.
You know what's crazy, though? I don't even see, like, commercials like that for Xbox in general on TV that much.
Yeah, I haven't seen
to be honest.
commercials in a long time.
I've seen so many Switch and PlayStation commercials. Now you bring it up. I haven't seen the Xbox commercial in a minute. And I'm just being honest with that one.
And guys, if we can just talk about this. So we're launching the Xbox One X this year. So why aren't they doing a games compressor? Can anyone explain that to me?
What? I don't.
They're not doing a games compressor, correct? It's just a stream.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Why not?
I don't think Sony's doing one either.
I don't know.
Yeah, but like Microsoft only did one last year, so
Microsoft should do one.
At least PlayStation does PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, that's why I think Sony doesn't do Gamescom like that anymore because they're gonna take it.
You know what? I'll say this:
PlayStation Experience. Microsoft
may have a just shits and giggles, and maybe they may have their own show that they're working on. But again, you're already behind the 8 ball. You should be out there hustling. Even if you don't have any more exclusives to show, but what you do have is, guess what? All the multi-plats. I don't care if you go up there and show that, you know what I mean? Because then you have new hardware coming out. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe you may have shot your load with the sizzle reel with the 40 games that you showed. Fine, I get that. Maybe some of the games today, everything they showed me, it ain't for everybody. I didn't care for a lot of those games. You know, I always said to you guys that I would rather play a AAA multi-plat than of any damn in the week. I'm not the one that get put up on, all the exclusives. Fine, a good game is a good game, whether it's exclusive or not. You know what I mean? And so again, with that being said, my thing is, what are you guys doing? You went to Comic-Con, you took 3 games, you took Forza 7, you took Shadow of Mordor, and Crackdown 3. You know what I mean? All that stuff there that they were showing should have been running on the Xbox One X, and they should have been hyping up the Xbox One X. Listen, I don't even know why there's even, again, and not to throw anyone to the bus, people said I was bugging. You know what I mean? I didn't really get a chance to explain my point yesterday because I was taking care of some stuff behind the scenes. But come on, man. You can't damage control everything. You can't. You know what I mean? You have to, again, how should say, voice your opinion. I'm sorry, not voice your opinion. If you want your company to do better and stuff, you have to, speak out about it. You know what I mean? All that, just playing, like what Nintendo does, and they play maybe one day they'll change. Nah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna buy the Switch and maybe, they might change and like, come on, bro. They not going to, they don't have an incentive to. First of all, you voice your opinion with your wallet, but fine, forget that. Like, there's no damage control in this right here. There's none.
Yeah, you can't keep making excuses for my guys. And that's what the line is drawn between the fanboy and the gamer. Because the gamer can appreciate what a company does, but at the same time, hold them accountable when they don't do things right or they don't get it right. Fanboys making excuses even when a company does something wrong. You cannot have from this. This is an L, period.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. I don't know.
This was an L, but I also think when those Xbox One X get out in your gate, you see them in your Best Buys, I think they're going to also be speaking for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like this thing's going to be blowing things out of the box, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Say it again, Jesse. I can't really hear you. Say it again. What happened?
I was saying when these things actually get into the wild, GameStop, and they see them in their Best Buys. You know what I mean? Your friends buy it. I think the system itself is going to speak for itself. I think when people see these things, it's going to blow up.
Okay, listen, I absolutely agree with you on that. You know what I mean? You know, when people walk into the store, like I said, Best Buy again, see it running on a 4K TV with all the stuff. I get that, right? I understand that, but you know, but what I'm saying right now, or to me, I explained to you like this, right? You look at last year E3, right? Microsoft had a little steam coming out of E3, right? They announced the X, you know, I'm sorry, the Scorpio. They were working on something, which I said they had to do, and again, no one agreed with me. Oh no, it's gonna kill the sales. Listen, you're talking about, you know, listen, sales is fun for, you know, arguments, you know, just to have fun. But again, I don't care about Microsoft money. You shouldn't either, right? They had a little steam, right? And to me, I felt like they took their foot off the gas. You know what I mean? And they got complacent again. You know what I mean? They won a couple months in a row. Like, to me, they just, again, this is my opinion. Maybe you guys may feel different. Because I said this again last year on BGST about their marketing. You know what I mean? And I don't know if Crap said he saw it somewhere else. I don't know what the hell Crap watched, but I haven't really seen too many Xbox commercials. What I mean by that is, I will give Sony credit. Sony makes great commercials. You know what I mean? You know, you're playing with the little white guy in the shop with the little pawn shop he was in. I get that. To me, Microsoft last great commercial, the Halo Wars one was nice too. At the launch of the Xbox One 2013, when they had the Titans walk, you know, the Titan bus into the building, you had the soldiers marching down the street, and you had the Ferrari, whatever car that was, the McLaren hauling ass around it, and they had that montage like right on the launch of the Xbox One. To me, that was in
2014.
You know, commercial wise, yeah. You know what I mean? They last great, you know, hoorah. You know what I mean? I don't like this in the game. Now, I did hear, Crap told me, that Sony now has the marketing team firm or whatever that Microsoft used last generation with the 360.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean? So maybe that's what, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man.
I think social media changed the landscape in regards to how much marketing they do on television versus the internet. Because a lot of the gaming community does the marketing for a lot of these companies.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So you kind of... If you let the community do a lot of the marketing for you, then you throw ads in here on Facebook and some of these social media sites, you kind of, you know, start saving money within that marketing area. Because I know Microsoft at one point used to spend $200, $300, $400, $500 million just on Halo alone.
You know
in regards to marketing.
You're right.
You know what?
Yeah. Well, hold on. If you're gonna, you can't go cheap when you're in second place, though. You have to get your word out there.
I feel too like they're not like looking at Xbox now as like the Xbox console. I think it's more like of a platform, like, you know, the Windows Store, the Xbox. You know, everything is more like a platform of the Xbox brand than just concentrating on the single console itself. You know what I mean?
But you also got to understand the market. Just because we're in the U.S. market, Microsoft might be televising or marketing the console in more other markets than they do here. You know, I know they market different per demographic and per area or per continent you on. You know what I'm saying? So Europe might get more television marketing than the US. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it depends.
But even on social media, though, if you look, like I watched Z's video or someone that, you know, is a pro Xbox channel, I see more commercials for like PlayStation on YouTube. And even on Facebook, I see more little advertisements for PlayStation than I do Xbox.
Wow. Somebody just, I don't know who party. Somebody just, listen.
You know what? Okay. Z, you said Sony hired the marketing team from the 360 era, correct?
Yeah.
All right. There's not one marketing team in the fucking world, so I don't get why we have such shitty marketing. Huh? They can hire better people. I just don't get why they don't.
It's the budget. That's really what comes down to it. You can only do what you gotta do based on the budget that you have to do what you need to do.
But Microsoft has so much money. Then why is their budget so low?
But here's the thing: Microsoft has as a company, yes, they kill Sony as a company in terms of money. But you gotta understand, majority of the money has nothing to do with Xbox.
Let me say
this generation is. I wouldn't. If I'm in Microsoft,
I want to say this.
Okay, go ahead.
In that aspect, you're right. You know, what I did here. Listen, we all of us think here that the buck stops with Phil. You think, and I thought this too. Like Phil was just this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even though Phil's the front man or the face of the Xbox, he doesn't call over shots. Phil has a boss. And I'm not talking about in a dollar. You know what I mean? Phil has someone that's over Phil or the thing, right? If I'm not mistaken, is Microsoft, unless they separated, the Xbox One was the Xbox period, fell up under what you call the entertainment division, right? Check this out.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 years ago. I don't know if they separated it. You know, the names change all the time. The entertainment division alone was worth about $24 billion. Yeah, well, and that's, you know, whether it's the what's called the surface or whatever the case may be. I did videos on it in the past. But they just came out recently that the Xbox itself was worth about $9 billion to Microsoft or whatever the case may be. So you can check the notes where somebody doesn't make any money. They make about about $9 billion or whatever the case may be.
That's the services in the games is pretty much taking a weight from the lack of hardware sales. They're making it up in Xbox Live in the games.
Yeah, but with subscriptions, right? Someone and I know it was a I'm not gonna say how old man can make it say you're getting messy. I ain't getting messy, right? When I did my Xbox rant video, right, and someone put out some tweets, right, and again, I don't have a problem with the guy, but I understand a lot of times we get behind these platforms, whether the Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo, like they're our favorite sports teams. I understand. I am what you call a passionate Xbox guy, right? Now, I remember also when it was coming up with all the talk that Microsoft was going to spin off the Xbox division. Remember all that? Because it doesn't make money. And a lot of times, right, a lot of these rumors still gets all things, like you say, begin to build and grow because Microsoft doesn't come out and put a squash a lot of this stuff. I mean, just let people talk. And rarely seldom do you see Microsoft really respond. Maybe they think we're just too big or whatever. They don't ever just come out. Bill Gates was on one of those, he was being an interview, I don't know if it was TED or SETI or something, where they talked to the top tech people in the world, and he was being interviewed. I don't know what he was being interviewed. The interview setting was a big class of people, right? And this white girl asked him, was like she has stocks in Microsoft, whatever. This was they was really dragging the Xbox. So I'm saying that will Microsoft spin off the Xbox department, right? And back then I said, you know what? Because I kind of see how things were going, right? I said I wish Microsoft would spin it off, let it stand on its own, you know what I mean, and let Microsoft double down on themselves, you know what I mean? Because Microsoft is great at business. I'm gonna say this right now, much better at business, you know what I mean? But to me, sometimes it can it kind of hurts them a little bit. Sony, just they're not good at business, you know what I mean? But just being honest, you even hear one man, Yoshida, said that if they put out 10 games exclusive, maybe 3 will make money. You understand what I'm saying? Microsoft probably would never do that. They're all about $1. You know what I mean? So when they were saying that, they asked Bill, they said, what they was talking about the power of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. You know what I mean? They were saying it was so much more powerful. It's getting its teeth in. It's a second console. Bill said right then, this is the Microsoft that I miss. Bill said we shouldn't have to play second fiddle with anybody. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he said, there would never be another console, to my front, more powerful than the Xbox. They would never play. Now listen, whether you like the games better, whatever. We're just talking about power under the hood. You know what I mean? It would never happen again. You know what I mean? Basically, we're saying we got to basically, you know what I mean? If they want, they can have a blank check. Who the fuck is this calling me?
Yeah,
I'm live on the air, bro. You can't.
I call that a lie, though, man. I think it'll definitely be something better than the next Xbox. They're just gonna leapfrog each other now.
No. I'm talking about what am I saying is this. I understand if the PlayStation 5 comes out, yes, it will be more powerful than the Scorpio. It's no hardware. I'm just talking about if they ever go head up again. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? If they ever go neck up, look, I'll give you an example. When developers, and what's not gonna say it right now, even the developers, right? When they were complaining about Sony wanting more RAM on the PS4 Pro, right? Talking about that, right? And Sony kind of gimped out, you know what I mean? Whereas here's Microsoft kind of went, but we kind of went balls to the wall with the PS4 Pro. With the Xbox Scorpio, you know what I mean? Sony didn't really do that, you know what I mean? They didn't. It was slightly more RAM. No, actually, wasn't even more RAM. It was just clocked slightly higher. And the developers were begging Sony for, some more fucking RAM. Sony didn't do that, you know what I mean? So what you have, I understand that the X came out a year later, but it's not using anything new. It doesn't have Ryzen. It doesn't have, what's the other shit D was talking about?
Vega.
He doesn't have any of that. You know what I mean? And it's again, is more powerful. So he could have done the same thing more or less, but he didn't. They kind of
they didn't have to though. You know what I mean?
Architecturally, there's some new things.
Sony didn't have. Sony didn't have to.
I mean, yeah, I'm just
like Microsoft did.
Microsoft
had to.
And Verizon and the Vega, the stuff that you couldn't buy. I understand it's doing things different. I'm just giving the bridge version. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said basically we don't have to play second fiddle to anybody. Like shit with Microsoft. You know what I mean? Hot dogging out there a little bit. You know what I mean? So you can write a blank check if we want to. And I understand that there's a business at the end of the day. And Microsoft, and same shit I gave Nintendo. You don't ever sacrifice the specs of your console to include a peripheral. You seen what happened with the Wii U. You know what I mean? Because the tablet controller costs more than the actual got the console. You know what I mean? That may or may not take on. That's all that I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I tend to like the Xbox culture back in the OG days compared to what the Xbox culture is now. Because the OG days, man, they didn't play. They weren't scared to say we want to be first. We're going to do everything we got to do to be first.
I'm here, guys. I got to mute my mic. Just keep it flowing. I'm here. I got to mute the mic.
Yeah, and even think about that post up because back in those days, you're getting their teeth kicked in by the PS2, but they were still confident.
They were still confident. It wasn't this, and they weren't this buddy, friendly. They went at Sony and Nintendo, and they used to throw shots back in the day too. Like now, it feels like
but that's
different time. Now you have Phil basically trying to play buddy with Sony and basically trying to please everybody. You just can't do that. It just doesn't work that way.
All those people are gone. You know, they're all new people now. It's also what's his name? What's the president of Microsoft's name? Nadell or something. Even he's not like he's not like Bill Gates. Bill Gates always wanted to strive to be the best at everything, you know.
And also remember, 360 on the market too. It was selling the most games. You know, it was the most popular console, especially in the US and UK and shit. So they were able to have that pool. You know, they don't have that pool now. You know, it doesn't work that way. You know, when you're not number one, you can't talk and pop shit. You know,
it's like they're compliant. It's like they're compliant being second. You know, they're happy with that.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. If you're not number one, you can't pop shit because if you pop shit being the number 2 and the number 3 console, the number 1's gonna fucking start talking their shit. You know, and then they're gonna be like, oh shit. You know,
and if Microsoft really wanted to, they could mop the floor with Sony with the amount of funding they have behind them. They could be juggernauts of the console forever. You know?
Yeah, and I gotta say this. I'm gonna take this from the great Mooch over there. He said like people tell him all the time they want Xbox to win. It's their favorite sports team. You know, it's kind of like that feeling. But he told the audience that he just wants to see Microsoft try, and that's sad if you have to say that. Microsoft doesn't even feel like they're trying at this point. They're showing
with the Xbox One X, though.
They're not marketing.
I have to say,
Xbox One X, though, bro, they tried with that, bro.
This generation is over.
With that.
Yeah.
This generation is over. Sony got it. They're not catching them. It's on to the next one. It's on to the next one.
Yeah. While we're all down, let's introduce D because he just got in here. So D, what do you think about all
what's good?
What up,
do you think about advertising? What do you think about Crackdown? What do you think?
To be honest with you, I don't know. This generation, I gotta agree with whoever's saying that they're not putting their best foot forward.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened over there. If something internally happened where they have a certain money they just don't want to put out because the marketing has been really shitty, man. It really has. Like, I like a lot of things that they're doing with the platform. Of course, I like some of the games that are coming out. Of course, Xbox One X. So a lot of good things that are happening over there. But the marketing, like for an example, like if I was the head of marketing, I don't think there'd be a gamer out there that didn't know about EA Access. Yet we still have a lot of gamers that don't know what EA Access is.
Yes,
how is that possible?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we have a lot of gamers that don't know what Game Pass
those
is.
rumors about them wanting to sell off the Xbox division, I think those was true. The board was not confident. Whenever recently at Microsoft Build, Phil and Natal had to stand up in front of the board members and show them how much
how valued the Xbox sector is to Microsoft. Whenever you have to do that to your board members, that means they're not confident.
You in trouble. You in trouble, man.
Hold on, post up. On that thought. Yeah, it was like that a few years ago. But if you look now, Microsoft is making a lot of money in their gaming division. So I don't understand why they're not advertising.
But
they're
I know they're doing
more money in their gaming division than they are in Windows.
But recently, this happened recently at the past build. This happened recently at the past build. Natalia and Phil had to do a presentation on the value of the Xbox division in front of the board.
Yeah, but the board.
I feel like it's Phil.
The board shouldn't be so upset about it, anyways, because last I read, it's like worth like $9 billion or something.
$9 billion, yeah.
$9 billion.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they're entertainment.
But still, the board is the one's going to say, okay, you got this much money to do this. And if they weren't doing that previously prior to, I can understand why there ain't been no marketing and all that stuff. Them funds probably was cut off and not what they used to be back in the past.
And there hasn't been one Xbox One X commercial, right?
Either. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, man. They got money to do a lot.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. With Xbox One, Microsoft is in a much better position for this gen than Sony was with their PS3 last gen. Because Sony was losing money with their PS3. Microsoft's not losing money with the Xbox. Yeah. They're making money. They're making profit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So in order to maintain profit, they have to make sure they don't put too much in a budget in certain areas.
Yeah. So
they're balancing the books on advertisement, controllers, games, third-party marketing deals. They're doing just enough to maintain that profitability. You know what I'm saying?
I also think there's a lot.
Talk about controllers, though. They focus way too much on controllers, but they should be spending more time in AAA titles.
How many? The PS3 was losing money. You are correct, but it looked like Sony was still trying with that damn system. They were still advertising the fuck out of it.
Yeah, and it technically still making about $1 million.
Yeah, well, Sony was trying because they were about to fucking disappear. They were really on desperation mode with the PS3. Microsoft, they're really not desperate. I think that's when people are confusing. Microsoft's not desperate at all.
No, they're not.
I mean,
they're not desperate at all. They're making money. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, maybe next month we'll all be wrong. Maybe they'll start a huge marketing campaign. They are doing something with that soccer team, right, or football team.
Well, they have to start doing. You don't even see posters or anything up in like a GameStop or anything.
Advertising, guys.
You know what I mean? There's nothing advertising Xbox One X at all. Anywhere. I haven't seen anything.
We can't even pre-order that shit, can we?
No, you can't.
You know what?
Well, I think in UK you can, I believe.
I just read a tweet from I think it was from today where they said that they cleared all the hurdles and that they're able to offer it, but they're just waiting for the right time and the right event to announce it. But they said everything was
wait for Gamescom. That's what I'm saying.
That means it got approved everywhere from the United States to the UK. And I think that's what they was waiting on. Certain spots it was probably already approved, but they was waiting for everything. So I think they're gonna have a good trade-in thing. I think they're gonna have a few nicks and candies there for people who want out to get it. And I think all this gonna be at Gamescom. I think that's
what though? Why not have like a commercial where it's like it's coming with the date, and then you get the Xbox X.
Exactly.
That's all they need. A 10-second thing, and people are gonna be like, "Wait, what? What?"
Like, they show you those little teasers of the Scorpio. It's like feel true power or whatever. Like that. There was like 10-second commercials. Why don't you do that on TV?
Yeah, exactly. It's coming. The date on the bottom of Quick's Xbox logo. Done.
I think they're gonna have
like, what's that?
I think they're going to have a very aggressive trade-in program anyways. I think there's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think they're going to get about 200.
Xbox One S. Right? And I think they're going to have something where they say, hey, trade in your PS4, get like, $170 off of it or whatever deal they're going to have. They're going to have something like that too. And also too, I know that Microsoft is reloading because Phil Spencer said there's a lot of games that they invested in, some new games, but he said it's too early to announce them yet. So I think
they're reloading too.
Yeah, but I really don't agree with that. He needs to start announcing shit early, bro. Fuck that.
I think they're gonna suffer through this drought. I think they're gonna suffer through this drought.
Yeah.
To reload.
Also,
they're gonna have to.
Yeah, other shows I mentioned.
Well, you don't have to advertise games, but at least advertise.
I'm talking about like
kiosks.
When people talk about the lack of exclusives, I think Microsoft at this point gonna suffer through that drought and reload, like have games.
Yeah.
Like he said, they got a lot of content that's being created. I think they're gonna suffer through this drought, and maybe by probably beginning of next year or probably somewhere next year, you probably hear a lot of new announced games.
I would think.
Yeah, but about the games though, at least start showing the console off, like teaser commercials for the console. At least get the console name out there. Let people know about it. Yeah. There's nothing. There's nothing.
I think personally, I think come Gamescom, I think that's when we're gonna start to see the blitz of it. So I'm gonna get up to Gamescom because they still gotta show us Crackdown running on the cloud. They got some other stuff they gotta show us still. So I'll give it to Gamescom. If Gamescom doesn't really start, then
that's a problem.
When is Gamescom? When's Gamescom again?
Next month. In August, always in August.
It's like 4 weeks.
But also, they need to change the Xbox kiosk because they still have the old Xbox in there with the fucking Kinect, and it just looks terrible.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. I was at Best Buy the other day.
They show like
I was at Best Buy the other day, and they still had the OG.
Yo, I thought that pick was like some type of setup bullshit. Even though I know Predator, but yeah, I went to a local game spot around here on Saturday. And yo, it was still the old.
Yeah, they don't even have.
I was like, yo, this is bananas.
Yeah,
with the Kinect camera on there. Still.
I was in the mom and pop store in Jersey, the game mom and pop store, and in that mom and pop store, they had a Pro hooked up. I'm hooked up. I'm not like.
Wow,
it was crazy. Yeah.
Wow. Man. And the perception there, OG Xbox next to a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, in the mom and pop.
If I'm a customer coming in and I'm not hardcore, I'm gonna go with that Pro.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? I kind of wouldn't blame you either because if you were seeing the Xbox One and you just see the Pro there, obviously the Pro looks better.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a casual, you'd be like, "Oh shit, give me that one." Yeah. And I've said it so many times on this show and other shows that Microsoft needs to be aggressive. They need to have these kiosks at every game spot. They need to have it at every Best Buy, Target. They need to be aggressive with it at their own Microsoft.
Let me ask you a question. Now, what did you say? What with the old Xbox? What did you say about that?
Oh, the Xbox kiosks, like how they're fucking old as shit and have 2-year-old games in there.
Okay.
Yeah, they got the OG Xboxes up still in Best Buy. Z, you go to Best Buy right now.
Hey, and don't forget they have terrible games to demo too at those kiosks.
I went to
That's not taking care of your marketing. Like in all honesty, you know the Xbox has been out for like
Slim in there.
It's been out for like 4 or 5 years now, and we still got these old kiosks and are not updated with the newest games. What do you mean?
Or TVs.
It's not running Forza Horizon 3.
Using like what 720p.
It's not taking advantage of HDR. Are you serious? Come on.
Back in the day, man. Back in the day, I used to be eager to go to a GameStop and get on one of the kiosks and play games. Nowadays, I'm just walking right past them.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
The thrill is not there anymore.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Well, look at the PlayStation side. They have the fucking Slim in there. Like they're updating their shit.
Yeah.
They always show the
if you go to the Best Buy by me, you'll see the PlayStation hooked up to Sony's
Microsoft back in the day used to pay for stores to put their product in front, or you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, or set up these lavish Xbox areas to have.
And that's what you have to do with like a new system coming out.
Okay. Now listen. Now all you guys made valid points, right? Yeah. You know. And first of all, shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? I forget the guy's name. Somebody, listen, do me a favor, because then there's 230 people in. Do me a favor, hit the like button for us, please. It's about to get juicy, right? If you want some of that heat, if you want next gen to stop dating your granny, hit the like button right now, right? Next gen your feet stink, you drink a bowl of Kool-Aid in the refrigerator, I get it. Hit the like button, right? Check this out, right? Now, I don't know, is that Microsoft's job as far as the software that's inside the kiosk? Yes,
it is.
I mean,
because they have reps. They have reps that come in. You know.
Yeah, it's part of the fucking marketing.
I mean, this is what E3. This is what E3 was for. It was mainly for the stores, the people that they were selling their product to come out, view it, and go over the marketing and all that stuff.
No, EA. No, I'm sorry. E3 used to be for the industry. Now it's more for the fans and all stuff.
Yeah.
You're actually right, but I'm sorry, I couldn't really speak at the time. You said you're gonna wait till after Gamescom for Microsoft. Now you talking about as far as Microsoft to pick it up as far as what?
Pick it up towards Xbox.
No, well, the marketing takes off.
They like really start their blitz, to start their tour, to start showing these commercials. You know,
let me ask you a question. Just right. Let me ask you a question. What makes to me it doesn't make any sense, but again, I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get you guys' opinion. Leave your father alone. If I beat the whole house, I'm gonna go to jail. Listen, right? Why wait till then? You had the momentum coming out the E3. It's fresh on everybody's mind, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
You're right.
The Grammys, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? We're gonna wait till the Oscars to start promoting it.
They had a lot of statements.
It was definitely a missed. I think there was 2 missed opportunities, to be really honest with you. I think I'm sorry. I think the price tag. I'm not saying the system's not worth what they price.
I don't have a problem with price tag. $500 ain't a problem.
But
I think the price tag's alright.
Hold on. If it was $100 less,
yeah, it would be.
And they opened up pre-orders right after E3.
Exploding.
Well,
it would have been huge. It would have been.
Let me ask you a question.
Or at least commercials.
Listen, because this is a business, right? At the end of the day, right? This is a business, right? And I think again, and it's still Microsoft's fault, in that, you know, I should say, the reason why the $500 price tag is just fine. First, it speaks a premium product console. You know what I mean? And it's not no fanboy. I am assuming first. Would I like to be $400? Yes, I absolutely do. But I'm just talking about all that we're getting. You know what I mean? It's night and day comparable to what the Pro can do. You understand what I'm saying? Now, not getting to, you know, technical smack to what's under the hood, because the average Joe don't care about that. What's under the hood? How many gigs of RAM? They don't know. Forget all that. The games are going to be better graphically. You understand what I'm saying? Just night and day. You know, just night and day as far as the visual. Like, shout out my man Yath and Bang Bang. He had a side-by-side comparison. I don't know where he got it from, but of what's that, Final Fantasy 15 on the PS4 Pro compared to Final Fantasy 15 on the Xbox One X. It's a huge difference.
No, but see, he messed up with that. There was 2 different points of the game, though. There was 2 different points.
That shit looks like trash, bro.
Nobody's doubting that it's a more capable system. The graphics gonna look better. Of course, it's gonna look better. And us hardcore gamers, we know that, and we're like, shit, we're gonna get this. But for the casual, you know, that's waltzing.
They care about the graphics.
Not
the RAM, not what's under the hood. They care about the graphics.
Yes, but Microsoft needs to be aggressive with the marketing to let the gamers know that, hey, this is what we're offering. I'm trying to say, if it was at $399, it would be a much easier sell. People would be like, okay, well, PS4 Pro's $399.
Let me ask you a question, D. Why do you think people didn't run to and flock to and buy the Pro? Why?
Well, at first they were kind of waiting for the Pro, and it kind of did stall their sales a little bit. And when the Pro came out, they had a little bit of a spike there. But the word hit town real quick that it's just really a higher resolution. There's not better effects, and that it looks pretty much like the regular PS4 version. You had Digital Foundry, you had all the major outlets really saying that. So gamers said, fuck it.
Okay, the hardcore gamers, right?
I have to disagree with that, bro. It looks way different than
they
certain
released
games,
a new
bro.
system that is gold, that is like $250.
I'm just talking about now. I'm just talking about initially.
Okay, let's jump on this.
Okay, initially, right? All right, hey, Jesse, you my man, right? You ready to go to school?
We cool. I see it. Visually, I see it, and other people said the same thing.
Okay.
You know, you can see the difference between a PS4 and the PS4 Pro. You could definitely see the difference without a doubt. Yes, graphically.
Okay, listen. Now, it's not. Again, it's not, because I'll give you an example, right? It's resolution. Destiny 2, right? And you can see what I'm talking about. This, right? Destiny 2. Digital Foundry, how you said, the side-by-side analysis and stuff. PS4 Pro runs Destiny, I think it was at 1400p, 1600p, whatever the case may be. It is using the same textures as the assets, low setting as the standard PS4.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually checkerboard's actually up to 4K, so it's not
the resolution, like it says, it's the textures and the shaders.
Yeah, it's the same
exact setting, same exact assets as the regular PS4. You know what I mean?
It is.
Two reasons why the Pro didn't take off like it really was. And again, because I bought one day one. Okay, so when I say this, you know that people that may not know, I don't, you don't get me wrong. I have fun. Do I bash the PS4 on Sony? Yes, it's just for shits and giggles. But I'm a gamer at the end of the day. I'm a gamer. I've always said that a good game is a great game. I'm not going to deny myself a game because when a certain listen, Nintendo has something that I like, and I'm not a big Nintendo fan. If they had, Eternal Darkness Part 2 or some other shit, you know what I mean? I would buy it. I'm a gamer, okay? I'm more Xbox guy, but I've always been a multi-console. I am. Now listen to this, right? One of the main things that happened with the Pro, why the Pro didn't really fly off the shelves, okay? It wasn't because it didn't have a 4K Blu-ray player and all that stuff, okay? Sony came. That was a big first thing came out. What did Sony say? You don't need a Pro to take advantage of HDR. So that was already one selling point. Going. Oh, I got the Slim, and I can still HDR. Remember that? No, Sony's all for the gamer. They put an HDR on the PS4 Slim. Remember that? Well, how shitty the HDR is again. Sony kind of shot themselves in the foot with that, right?
Yep.
Okay, and
is that real HDR though, or is it a filter?
It is what it is. Because most people that were claiming to have a 4K TV, there is no HDR on fucking 1080p television. Okay, all right.
True. Yep.
Okay. Now, with that being said, and the second thing was, which is the most important thing, that it wasn't a big step up from it graphically. Okay, I bought the Pro day one. Okay, and listen, besides me being a tech guy, besides me having a channel here, and I always say I'm a bleep loves gadgets. Okay. We're just talking about the consumer thing, because I probably still would have got the Pro because I'm into YouTube just to review and to talk about it, okay? I'm not going to come and say, I'm going to send my PS4 to 19 Xbox One. And not so no, but I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to get what it is, right? Now, with that being said, right, so I'll probably, distracted on the outside of the fact of me doing, YouTube videos and talking about tech, you know what I mean? If I didn't have a channel, I probably wouldn't even own the Pro. But the reason why I bought the Pro, let's be clear of this, okay? So you want to listen, hey, I'm not saying the Pro is a very, very capable console, very capable. You know what I mean? We're talking about 4.2 teraflops, 4.2, 4.1. The original PS4 was 1.8, so it was a huge step up from what we had in 2013. So when you think about when you say specs on paper, 4.2 teraflops, I was looking for games to be night and fucking day. You know what I mean? The games to look better, to wow me graphically, to blow my soul. I couldn't wait. You know what I mean? And I didn't get that with the Pro. You know what I mean? So
that's because it was hampered.
Again,
I gotta disagree. I disagree with that.
Hold up. Hey, I also gotta disagree because
okay, listen. It's not even
some bottlenecks. You got some bottlenecks on the Pro. That's
no, not about
because last thing, I'm putting together, and you guys can have the floor. It's last thing I'm
gonna say this. Let me say this because I actually have a bet with Zaire.
Hey, last sentence, right?
Can you share my screen real quick? I'm gonna show you something.
I'll show you. Give me 1 second, okay? The issue.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, listen, you know what I mean? Like I said, the main issue, like I said, the problem as far as the casual, not the hardcore, so we have the day one adapters. I mean, the reason why it didn't take off on the PS4 Pro, it didn't really take off, because when they went into Best Buy, or whatever the case, Target, wherever the hell it was at, and they seen the Pro supposedly running, it didn't look that much better, or if any, it's a higher resolution than what they already had. Because the reason why, again, Sony didn't really invest in that API. And you remember when the developers were, we all seen the notes now of them begging Sony for more RAM. The reason why they needed more RAM, because the PS4 Pro can give you better graphics and a higher resolution because it doesn't have a high enough memory bandwidth. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you. Now, can I make my point?
You said to me that you disagree.
Can I make my point now?
Unless we're saying a digital foundry again is not credible, we're just talking about because it's the same game, it's the higher resolution because when you listen again to the technically, it's running the same assets. Where they say low settings or medium settings, you say if it's medium on the Pro. So understand it's going to be medium on the Pro. Destiny is low. Let's say low settings on the Pro, on Slim, and and it's the low settings on the PS4 Pro. It's just the Pro has a higher resolution, and that is the issue.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, okay, but no, the main issue is
what do you want to share?
I'm gonna say, share my screen real quick, and then you're gonna see the YouTube. Oh, you see the YouTube, but wait, it's not the screen exactly. Let me set my screen on. Let me hit the tab.
Get all 4 tabs out of there.
All right, let me say, I got 4 tabs, but let me set the conversation.
Okay.
Last year I told you, right? When people were saying that the reason why PlayStation dropped in sales was because they're waiting for the Pro. I said last year, no, it's not because of the Pro, because I even say to this day, you don't release more expensive hardware and think you're going to get more sales. That's not how it works. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. I'm going to show you in a few seconds. Just bear with me, all right? I said last year.
You said you don't release what?
What?
You said you don't release what?
You don't release more expensive hardware and expect for more sales. That's not how it works. It's cheaper hardware that sells. Casuals buy cheap hardware, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna prove to my point, all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna prove my point. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
I told you last year, Sony dropped the price of the Slim.
Porter Rock is the pinata that doesn't break.
Yeah. All right. I said when the Slim drops the price to $250, it's gonna sell blockbusters. You said Sony wasn't gonna do that because they don't care about them anymore.
Listen,
let me finish. It's good. This is all.
Okay, if you're gonna see my comment, you got to tell the whole comment. Okay. What I said, Sony doesn't have an incentive. Okay.
Because they make money.
Oh no, that's not the whole thing. They don't have an incentive to drop the price of the Pro, the Slim, or anything because it's still selling well. Okay. Every manufacturer gives a Black Friday or a holiday price. They drop them by $50. But after the holidays, it goes right back to the price that it was. Okay.
Okay. No, but for the most part, it stood at $250, pretty much.
How much is it? How much
a year?
$300.
You could get a PS4 Slim right now for like $250. It's been like that for the last couple of months. Anyway, before we get off track, all right, I'm gonna show you something. Okay. I'm gonna show you something right now because everybody's banking on new hardware. Right? Okay. I'm gonna show you.
All right.
NPD 2006. Right now, you're about to see right now. You're about to see
2006.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you because in 2006,
he's making a point. He's just trying to make a point.
In 2006. Xbox 360 was a year old at that point. It had Gears of War. Gears of War launched that month. A sister-selling app. That's number one. Number two, the Wii came out, and that shit was a hit.
Oh, we don't see anything. We always see the Patreon.
No. Yeah, you see it right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna click on it. And number two, the Wii came out that month. Brand new hardware, and that shit was a hit day one.
All right.
And number three, the PS3 launch with a Blu-ray player.
Yes.
And all that. So you had two new pieces of hardware, and you had a 360 with Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready about this? You ready to see this work? You're about to see God's work right now.
Yeah, but you don't about to crack your head, right?
The fucking PS2 outsold them all.
Okay.
Oh, he was firm with that. Listen, talk about it.
Okay, listen.
No, stop. PS2 did the Lord's work. It outsold every fucking piece of new hardware in November.
Okay, why is that?
Why?
Because it was cheap as fuck.
It was $150.
That's cheap.
It's cheap. It's a horrible example because the PS2.
Okay, hey, hold on. You ready for this?
It's 6 years old.
Okay, listen.
The PS2 6
that is like the god. That's the god of selling.
The PS2 is like $100.
Let's see.
That's the point what I'm trying to say.
That's like the most horrible example. That's the god thing for Sony. That's the thing that has the records.
The majority of gamers, the majority of consumers this November, they're gonna walk in with $350 in their pocket. The One X and the Pro is not even an option to have a discussion. They don't have the money to buy it. That's not even an option. It's not an option.
I disagree.
First of all, the market.
I disagree.
They're gonna go in and buy the cheaper console.
The market.
They're gonna go in and buy what they want. It's not about. Look.
I'm about to crack it.
This money thing gotta stop.
That just proves again that people were too poor to upgrade again, which is very funny.
Hey, you know what?
It is true that people buy what they can afford.
It's not being about poor. You forget. You think every console gamer this is their hobby.
PS3.
The majority of the casuals.
I gotta say,
the majority of the casuals. This is not their hobby. It's just an entertainment device.
Okay, Porter Rock. I think the market,
and that's it.
I think the market is completely different from how it was in 2006 because now we have people that fucking dump their phones every year and spend $1,000 to upgrade their phones.
No, that's always been like that.
I'm gonna put it like this.
People used to upgrade the Sidekick 2 when it came out. That was always phone work was always like that.
Look,
oh shit, the new Next.
I like how the DS.
I'm gonna put it like this without putting too much business. I'm gonna put it like this without putting too much business out there. It's more than one way to get an Xbox and a PlayStation. And I ain't even talking about going to GameStop, player, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey, yo, put it out. Ready?
It's more than one way. People who want something, they gonna find a way to get it.
Yeah,
they go in, they see the Xbox One X, they're gonna get it.
And a lot of people are going to be surprised because I think there's a segment in gaming, like the close to guys that are teetering on PC, teetering on console, where the Xbox One X is going to be. It's going to be.
What the fuck, Z?
It's going to be It's going to be. I know a lot of guys on PC right now. They can't update their PC because they can't get any video cards because all the miners have taken them. So a lot of people are saying, you know what, fuck it, I don't really care when Xbox One X comes out. I'm just gonna grab that. I can't be bothered anymore because I can't find a fucking card because of the miners. So there's a segment of the market that's on PC that are actually gonna get the Xbox One X. A lot of people are underestimating that.
Now, Porter Rock, I do agree with you.
Hold on.
To some extent, because I know moms are going to that store and they'll see something, especially if they buy something for their children. They do tend to go for something that's more affordable, especially if it's cheaper.
Wait, is he eating a piece of cake?
More games bundle with it.
Hell yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Agree. I agree with Post Up.
Is that the backside? Is that the backside of K-Maker?
That boy eating Salisbury steak.
All right, let's get Z in here. Let's get Z in here. He has his camera on.
I'm about to eat Puerto Rock ass.
Pause.
Yeah, what? What?
I ain't pausing that.
Motherfucker eating a moon pie and shit.
Post Up made a good point right there. Come Christmas time, mom and dad's going to Best Buy, etc., whatever. They see that price tag difference, they're gonna go with the cheaper console.
Yeah,
especially because they usually bundle with more games too.
You ready?
So that's why I say I agree with Porter Rock to some extent.
And listen, Porter Rock. All right. Master, first of all, are we still friends?
Of course.
All right. Let me ask you a
We
question.
have to be because you're gonna get me that game after I win the bet.
I got you on the oath, right? Listen. All things is possible through Christ. Want to see that right there, right?
Yeah.
All things is possible. Let me ask you a question. All right? Listen, be honest. I understand you're a PlayStation guy. You're a pony, right? So just the fact that you're a PlayStation guy, and you know, it means that you're of lower intelligence, okay? But well for yourself. Understand this, right?
All right.
Ready for this? Now you keep bringing up the price of the Xbox One being $500. That's been good. Now, Porter Rock, you my main man, but you, my brother, are so tight you squeeze the quarter to the equal screen.
Hell yeah.
Fact. Okay, no wonder why you talking.
Man, you know Porter Rock is so cheap. He used tap water and paper cups. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And to be fair,
I slapped that shit in my hands.
Listen, Porter Rock, to be fair, you know what I mean. You would get an Xbox One S before a Pro. I'm sorry, before an Xbox One X any day. I understand that.
Yeah.
You don't even have no Pro. You know what I mean? So for you guys out there siding with him, Porter Rock doesn't even own a Pro. All right? He's comfortable for what he has. All right? Fine. Now, all right? You keep alluding to the fact that the price, I understand that the cheaper console, you know, more or less, always will sell more. It is what it is. I'm not negating that. Microsoft #1 seller will be the Xbox One S. Probably drop down to $179. I get it, okay? Now, what made the PS4 so successful this generation? At the start,
better multi-plats,
cheaper price. Microsoft punted in the
listen. Here's the thing: it was $100 cheaper to their biggest competitor, and it was more powerful. Right? Or am I right? Or am I wrong? Right?
Well, yeah, that was part of it.
It had the better version of what? The multi-plats. All right. Now take it back to last generation. The 360 was $100 cheaper. Am I right?
No, hell no. It was $200 cheaper.
Or whatever the case may be. No, because you had one. Okay, it was $200 cheaper. And guess what?
Yeah, you can that's if you bought the one with the hard drive. If you went with the arcade, it was $100 cheaper.
Whatever the case may be, right? Now listen. Here's a big difference. Okay, I understand on paper, the PS3 was more powerful than the 360. Okay, what you have is called specs on paper, and then what you have something that's called real world performance. The PS3 only really shined, more or less, it was in their exclusives, all right? Which is still few and far between, you know what I mean? You get multi-plats every Tuesday, you get exclusives every 3 to 4 months. You agree with that?
Yeah.
All right, so we're still on the same page here, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you keep saying that how the Xbox One X is not going to sell more or less to whatever because of the price, okay? Now it's not the same thing. Like I said again, what sold Sony off so well at the start of this generation because it was $100 cheaper and it was a more powerful machine. Not only was it more powerful, You know what I mean? That again, because we never, which I think still is silly. We always talked about graphics. Some are console gamers. We never really talked about the frames or the how many resolution. You know what I mean? We just looked in the back. We saw 1080p on the back of the box, or 360, or on the back. I'm sorry, on the back of the whatever game you were playing. It had the supported resolutions. You know what I mean? So that's what we went by. By what's upscaling. You couldn't tell me I wasn't playing in native 1080p, whatever it was. You know what I mean? I see 1080p on the back of the box. My TV does 1080p. Okay, so it is what it is. So moving now into present date right now. Now this is the big difference. I want you to understand it. I want you, to put your suit in your time. But now we're in school. Okay. So you look at the landscape, or just look at what's going on in the business model. So again, Sony took a page out of the Donnie D book. They had the better version of the multiplats. Okay. And guess what? We had the bragging rights now. Not saying that what they more or less look the same about, graphically as far as the multiplats, more or less. But Sony's looked a little bit more sharper because, again, it was at a higher resolution. And Sony, again, drove that home. Resolution, remember this? 1080p makes you a better gamer. This whole shit came from Sony. You think that from some the JTech TVs or the Pyros or whatever Sony channel you got out there? This came from Sony. They the big wigs that 1080p makes you a better gamer. From line, I'm flying. Okay. Now, bring you into present day right now. You have the Xbox One X. Yes, it's $100 more than the PS4 Pro or whatever the case may be. I get that, right? But one thing that the Xbox or Microsoft didn't have in 2013 of them being $100 more, the games didn't look or run any better. You know what I mean? But now, for that $100, games are going to look better visually, graphically, okay? And again, they're going to run at a higher resolution and have a steadier frame rate. So again, we can't negate the fact that this whole generation has been about power and frames per second and resolution. Hasn't really been about the game. Now you guys are trying to change the narrative because for the first 3 years, all Sony had was Bloodborne and The Last of Us Remastered, and they had the better version of the multiplats. So I don't know if you guys call it selective amnesia or try to negate the fact that what's been going on for the last 3 years. What didn't happen. It was always about the games. But that's because you had Sony themselves. We're talking about, the big wigs here. I'm not talking about a pro Sony channel. You had Sony bigwigs come out and take to the street and saying that their exclusives were sparse. That wasn't I made up. Wasn't something that D crap came up. This is coming from Sony. So you can't say that, because I hear this all the time. Well, Sony sells because it has those games. What games? What? When? They have games now that I'm interested in, but they didn't have games. Again, what made it so well because, again, it's been about power. And this thing's been about resolution and frames per second. They had the better version of the multiplayer. So we can go back and forth all day. What's better, Gears of War, God of War? But one thing we share in common is what? The multiplats. And games, quote unquote, they look better and ran better on the PS4. Again, the X is not going to have that problem. Now, do I expect the X to outsell the S? No. You know what I mean? No. You know what I mean? Because that thing will probably be $150 or whatever the case may be, as time goes on, But again, it's not, and I get your graph, because back in the PS3 days, and it was another issue. It wasn't the fact that the PS3 was just $600, okay? The games perform worse, especially if you had a high definition old school. Like I had the big flat screen, the big screen on the big TVs with the big speaker at the bottom. My TV only did 1080i at the time. But guess what? At the time, the PS3 didn't even support 1080i. So I just bought this $600 goddamn console, and it didn't support 1080i. It fucking will boot the signal down to fucking 480p or 480i. That was one of the main issues why that shit was getting fucking stomped out at the start of the generation. You know what I mean? That was, because I've been there since day one. And I remember how I felt. Like, God, I just spent $600 for this goddamn game console, and this games look like shit. Still me not really knowing about, this and that, but, when you go to the settings and, you put, my TV didn't even have an HDMI. My shit did DVI, so I had to get a HDI to a DVI connect them, sorry. You know what I mean? So that was a lot of things, a reason why the PS3 sold like shit at the start of the onset, you know what I mean? And then on top of that too, the controllers didn't even fucking rumble, vibrate. It was a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And Sony couldn't justify the price tag at that time.
Can I preach a little bit?
You can do whatever you want.
There's a lot of shit you're missing on the Xbox side, right? Because you're only mentioning the power. How come you ain't mentioning, people for 2 years thought you couldn't play used games on the Xbox? There's people in 2015 I know you could correct.
I was going to say that.
But you could call people idiots, but it is what it is.
That's how what I'm saying is this, right?
Wait, how come some of the games, right, that should have been that are considered system sellers, you could still get on the 360, like Forza Horizon 2?
Bro, listen, you're right now, bro. You're preaching to the choir.
That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't just power.
It's not just Microsoft that done this, okay?
Microsoft had a terrible launch, and they showed the Xbox One in a terrible light. So people actually thought,
listen, before you bring a fact,
want this console.
Listen, before you bring a fact of your alternative facts, okay? That wasn't just a Microsoft thing. That was an industry thing. I have countless videos on my channel right now stating that cross-gen development needs to stop. I've always been a big proponent of that. That, you know what I mean? And again, I think this, and again, all that cross-gen development, it kind of hurt this generation.
Yeah, but that was Microsoft's first party. Like Sony didn't make infamous Second Son cross-party.
Sony did it also. Sony, what you want?
You can't get infamous Second Son on there.
Little Big Planet?
Little Big Planet? Well, that's a PS3 game that was really got ported to PS4.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Actual PS4 games.
They didn't come out on the PS3.
Like Bloodborne, Infamous, Killzone. Even though Killzone ain't whatever, those aren't cross-gen games.
Bro, I'm not saying it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you hear me.
But you're saying it's just one thing. It wasn't just one thing that Xbox had wrong.
No, but
when you have people 2 years after the console launch and they still think they can't play used games, that's a problem.
Listen, we can't talk about used games. You can never. There was never a time on the Xbox lifestyle that you couldn't play used games.
I agree.
Okay.
Perception is the issue. It doesn't matter if we know the truth. If a casual thinks Xbox One can't play used games, they're not buying it.
What about?
Even if it's a lie.
What about?
Am I right?
Okay. Because you don't want. Listen, what I'm saying is this: we can argue or say there's something that never happened. Okay, never happened. Slavery, that happened.
I know it didn't.
I understand that. Listen, that happened, and we still.
I know it never happened.
Okay.
But public opinion, they thought it happened. Hence, it was a factor in the lack of Xbox One.
Listen, maybe again, we're talking about the cash. We're talking about
All right, let me ask you this. So we're going to talk graphics. We want to talk graphics. We'll talk graphics, right? We'll talk graphics. We'll talk Xbox One X. All right. Xbox One S is selling like shit this year. It's been selling like shit all year, and it's attributed to the Xbox One X. Everybody keeps saying it's because everyone's waiting for the Xbox X.
The S hasn't been shitty all year. The S has been selling shitty this summer. It hasn't been selling shitty all year. Actually, all year.
No. Because the Xbox right now
shit all year long.
Do
you not remember? Do you not remember last summer?
No, it hasn't.
Bro,
the Xbox One S was out selling the PS4. You don't remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. But let's stay on track real quick. All right. They have the numbers of the last 6 months of what Xbox One is doing. Right now, it's the last 2 months is selling like a fucking Wii U.
Okay, we just say the last 2 months of the summer. No,
listen. Let me finish my point.
If you're saying the last 2 months, if you're saying the last 2 months, when was the Xbox One X officially announced at E3?
I got the numbers here.
2 months ago? Come on.
I got the numbers here.
No, listen. It's been selling like shit all year long.
What shit? What shit?
Now, hold up. Let me finish my point. If it's attributed to, hold up.
No, I gotta cut you off here because you're
13,000 a month.
If it's attributed to graphics, then why is the PlayStation 4 selling the best it's ever had when the Xbox One X has been announced?
Okay,
why are people still?
First of all, we all know that the PS4 is cheaper. The PS4 has more penetration. The PS4, Sony is more popular in certain countries. Now, when we're talking about North America,
that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about worldwide. I'm talking MPD.
Hold on. When we're talking about hold on a second. When we're talking about North America, Xbox isn't that far behind. And when you think about the MPD wins that Sony did get earlier in the year, they were like by like 10,000. They weren't huge wins. They were like by like 10,000. They were really close.
Sony slaughtering Xbox this year.
It's not true.
Either it's going to be all year or is it going to be the last 2 months?
Hey, I have some numbers here.
You can't say it's been slaughtering it for all year and then talk sale numbers for the last 2 months. Come on,
listen. Numbers. I have numbers here. Okay, I showed the numbers in my in my Xbox rant. You know what I mean? Now the last two, I'm not getting. Now what do you consider shit, Puerto Rock? Now the Wii U was selling like 12,000 a month. Then that's shit, okay? Yeah, you know what I mean. Let's listen. Are we over dramatizing here? That's I got the numbers for Xbox. They did $157 in January, 215 in February, 243 in March, 109 in April, 109. They did 109, 950 in April, 109, 130 in May, 153,389 in June. Now, you know what I mean. Now the Wii U was doing like 20,000. You know, shit like that. Now, that's shit.
That's shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Now again, I'm gonna say this. Now the PS4, the months. Let me see, because I have another screen here. I can't show you the actual track, but anyway, right now in North America, this time for this year alone, Sony's like at 1.4 or close to 1.5 million. Microsoft was about a buck even. You know what I mean? In North America, you know what I mean. They had Sony one big, but they had like 300,000.
Yo, share my screen. I got them right here.
They sold a shitload of those goddamn gold PlayStations. You know what I mean? Which is cool. You know what I mean? And again, now, and if you look at again, I'm sorry, I'm not ill prepared for this, but like I want to show my screen with you guys, but I can't show the extra screen because of the chat that I'm in.
Share my screen. I got the numbers up.
Oh, I mean, let me see if we get the same number. No, it's bigger than that. I'm just saying. This is what I want to say is that if you look at Sony's numbers, about 2 months or so before the Pro launched out, you know what I mean? Because again, the Xbox One S, I'm sorry, was outselling them about a decent a portion, but Sony sales picked right back up again once the Pro came out. You know what I mean?
The Pro sold like shit in November.
But people that were waiting on the Pro, they decided to get the PS4, and also they released the PS4.
Man, see, you guys are making a lot of assumptions here.
That's not.
I understand what you're saying.
When they released the Pro, released
a lot of assumptions.
Don't forget about that.
The only thing we know is the Slim dropped in price, and the Uncharted bundle became the #1 selling bundle. That's fact.
They released a new PS4 Slim. What are you talking about?
When the Slim released in September, it was $300. I've been saying last year that the Slim's not going to sell at $300. They need to drop the price to $250, and that's what Sony did in November, and that shit became the #1 bundle.
But then it went right back up to 300 when?
What did they bundle it with?
It pretty much stayed at
300 in January.
It pretty much stayed.
It did not stay at 250 because
it didn't.
Summer with this
I bought my nephew one. It was $300. I bought him one I think in February. It was $300. I bought him a PS4. You know what I mean? So like I said, to combat what you were saying, when I'm talking about an incentive, yes, all companies, the Xbox, besides Nintendo doesn't really do that. I think they did it one time with, Nintendo's very stubborn, but normally Microsoft and Sony cut their consoles during the holiday season by $50, especially around Black Friday, but they go right back up. I remember, again, I was saying Microsoft need to keep the price at this price right here, you know what I mean, whatever, so I think it went down to $250. This should be the permanent price, you know what I mean, going forward, you know what I mean, but again, you still didn't disprove anything that I told you, put it out. You know what I mean? What made the PS4?
Here's the thing. You guys do this all the time.
No.
December is going to be a different conversation when you see, in my opinion, the Xbox is not even going to
have a bet, right?
It's not even going to sell the Switch.
We have a bet, right?
We have a bet. We already have.
First of all, just in the amount of sheer numbers, the Xbox is going to outsell the Switch. You can't even fucking get a Switch. What are you talking about?
And yet, without even getting the Switch, it's outselling the Xbox One S now.
I'm pretty sure Mario's going to push those numbers. The Switch will win, bro.
You think the Switch is going to be
when the Xbox One X comes out, they're going to be
Xbox in November or December.
They're going to add the sales to the regular Xbox One as well. So it's going to be one platform.
So
and
what are people going to run out to buy?
The fact that D's saying this, the odds are he's going to be wrong because he's been wrong all year.
Come on, don't start your shit.
You know what? Let's just comment. You can't find the damn Switch. That's why the Switch is not even.
No. Check it out.
And hold up. And yet it is still outselling the Xbox One S right now.
But look,
even without finding one.
The casual, who's gonna?
That's how bad the S is doing right now.
Mario, or are you gonna run a Crackdown? What you doing?
Okay,
think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
No, but here's my point.
Okay, all day.
Good point.
Ask your question all day.
Switch, which you can't even get.
All day, ask your question.
Is still outselling the Xbox
All day,
One S.
ask your question.
That's how bad the One S is doing this year.
Ask your question. Are we still friends?
Yeah, we friends, bro. What up?
Okay, all right, now. Let me ask you another. What you think about this? Okay, we just again. Okay, when has a Nintendo platform never had a Mario?
You say what?
When has there been a Nintendo console that never had a Mario?
They always have Mario.
They all have them.
Okay.
They don't even need Mario. They just need
Mario help the Wii U? Outsold the 360 at that? No. Especially this holiday season. So again, this holiday.
The Switch is. What are you talking about?
The Switch is fire, bro. The Switch is fire.
What are you talking about, bro?
What is the Switch? What is the Switch? Switch is what? Say with me. New hardware. Am I right?
Yeah, but they got software to go with it.
It's been 4 months
already. Software? What software do they have that it hasn't always had? The Switch has the Wii U library. Okay.
Won't you pull
up? Am I wrong? Does the Switch have does the Switch has the Wii U library? Am I right or am I wrong?
Some games.
Okay, what's blazing hot on the Switch you couldn't get on the Wii U? Arms?
Say what? I can't hear you.
I'm asking you, what's this must-have software on this Switch that you couldn't get on the Wii?
All I'm saying is Mario's gonna push numbers, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I didn't say that. My question was to you is that, you know what I mean? You asked me what people want to buy.
Yeah, people are gonna buy Mario over Crackdown, bro.
Here's the thing. And we need to stop this. People are looking at the Switch as Nintendo's new handheld.
Okay, fine. Okay, I give you that.
Nintendo sells handheld.
That's a fact. That's the hypocrisy right here.
That's it.
It's gonna be very easy, man.
It doesn't matter how we see the fanboys treated. It's how the casuals see it. And the casuals see the Switch as a handheld.
Because I know with Xbox, there's a lot of hate. You ask, well, people say, what's more want to play? Crackdown? What they want to play? God of War 3. I get that, okay? Fine. Now listen, that's your opinion, that's subjective, you know what I mean? Now we ain't gonna deal with the schematics here, okay? Like somebody might like God of War, another joker might like fucking Gears of War. That's your opinion. But what do y'all share? Is what? There's not one exclusive coming from Microsoft or that's coming from Sony that's gonna do better or be a bigger grand scale than fucking Division, Star Wars Battlefront, or fucking
Call of Duty. We know that. We know that already.
And what by you knowing that are any of those goddamn games on the Switch?
Bro,
no. But were those games? But hold up. But were those games out on any of the Nintendo handhelds?
That's what I'm saying.
But none of those games were on any of Nintendo's handhelds.
This ain't Mega here, okay? I understand that. You didn't hear me come out and say to you that Mario's not going to sell. Mario's always sold. I mean, I'm just saying, you know,
man. If you're talking Grand Theft Auto numbers, fuck no. I mean, come on.
No. I'm not. I'll say this: come the fall time, it's not really going to be based on any type of exclusive. It is going to be based on multiplats. That's for sure. And Microsoft has an opportunity there to say, hey, look at our game running on our system. And look at on the other system.
And also too, I want you to look at these lists. I have some official numbers for the Switch. Okay, I want to be clear. I have some official. I mean, actually, I'm gonna share my screen. I kind of edited here. Don't let the world see. Like I'm just pulling this shit out my ass. Okay, I can't show you the whole part of the conversation. It's another group, but you know, what I mean, where's my? That's actually in the BGS thing. You guys can see here. I ain't talking about somebody's grandmother. I have some Switch numbers again. Because people gotta stop acting like, again, that they're overhyping this thing. Like this thing is doing 300,000 a month, which is not. You know what I mean? Let me tell you this, okay? You know, they can't listen, bro. Stop it. I can go up the street right now, and I bullshit you not. I promise you tomorrow. Somebody bet me $50 right now. I can take 4 pictures of a Switch in goddamn Kmart in the goddamn bottom shelf right goddamn now, okay? It's new hardware, but I got Switch number. Okay, in March, check this out, right? Let me share my screen with you, okay? The people that act like this motherfucker's out selling the goddamn, like it's doing well, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's not fucking out there just fucking slaughtering shit. Look at this shit here. And it already is being outsold by 3-year-old hardware. You guys can see my screen?
Let me see your screen. Put it up again. Let me see your screen.
Okay, I have some numbers here. Present to everyone. All right, let me get me you. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong goddamn box. Here we go. You.
Are you talking about Switch's MPD numbers?
Yeah, I have some right here.
I got it right here.
Okay, well, all right, here we go. Switch. What you got here? 900,000 launch. Cool. You did 900,000. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say that even that's nothing to slap your mother about. The Xbox and people, they both do $1 million on fucking Black Friday. Just think about this, okay? April 280, May 165, June 215. I'm gonna close this box here. So we gotta stop acting like this goddamn thing is selling fucking out there moving weight. It's not. Okay? It's new hardware. Is Mario going to sell units? Yes, it is. Mario has always sold. Okay? It's new hardware. Fine. Is Nintendo going to? No, they're fucking not. When it all boils down again, we talking about something being expensive. This is a very, very expensive console. Because what you're doing, you're essentially then paying $300 to fucking play Mario. Okay, that's something that's very expensive, which is not really in any of the, again, which is, let me ask you a question. Big as Mario. Is Mario bigger than Destiny?
No.
Is Mario bigger than fucking Call of Duty?
Nope.
Is Mario bigger than Star Wars? Going to be bigger than Star Wars?
No.
Hell no. Is Mario going to be bigger than Red Dead Redemption? No.
Nope.
So I understand people have a soft spot in their heart for Nintendo, but listen, how you say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? This is the Lord's work. Next.
But let me ask you this: none of those games were on any. Hold on, but none of those games were on any of Nintendo's handhelds. Yet that's some of the highest selling products.
Okay, no, listen. I'm gonna say this again. Actually, you have a Crackdown. Hold on, they have so Nintendo handhelds do get their versions of those dog shit games. Okay. My question, but all they were saying, is that Mario is going to move numbers and just fine. I get it, and I think you have a Switch, okay? Even though you can't even privately and silly say, you think about selling your goddamn console because it's boring as hell. We're gonna miss all that in the grand scheme of things. But I say this: Nintendo's have always had Mario, and when people have on this thing, wait till this come out. And this one again, shout out to Dr. Trey, may he rest in peace. I hope he dies of a cruel and horrible death. I bet he bet me $50 that the Wii U would sell 10 million in the first year. All right, you get some of you guys maybe remember, but like I said, nobody fucking pays their bets online, right? And again, it's a wait till Smash comes out. Just that the GameCube had Smash, the GameCube had Zelda, had all these goddamn games, and it still came in last place. So the problem again with that, even like I said, Nintendo, because you have to appeal outside of your demographic. You know what I mean? With Nintendo, they little core and their fan base, they love it. It's cool. It's for them. You know what I mean? But
all right.
What I'm saying,
you're repeating the same thing.
Listen, I'm a gamer.
Consumers are looking at the Switch as a handheld, so you can't bring up the GameCube. Yes, they are.
Listen, you're
looking at it as a handheld.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you're absolutely right. But the problem comes in with that is Nintendo themselves. They're putting out a successor to the 3DS. It's not, you know what I mean? This is what we don't understand. Listen, to me and you, it's their handheld. But when this same company, they're putting out a successor to the 3DS. Nintendo told you at the jump of things, the Switch is not the successor to the 3DS. You know what I mean? Listen, remember we was talking about this live one goddamn year. They put out a different iteration of the 3DS, and let's call it the 3DS. And my channel, my video got flagged for me showing a little shit. The man had the little picture of the new 3DS, whatever, in the background. Nintendo flagged the video. You know what I mean? So again, I'm with you, and I get you, and I understand it. You know what I mean? But I understand. Nintendo's always had Pokemon and all this shit. All this, and I'm not saying that Nintendo doesn't, that their exclusives don't sell well. I see people are, they're not getting what I'm saying. I'm not saying the game is not going to sell. Nintendo's always had these IPs that you got them. They've always had these on their platforms. Okay, I understand that they're going to sell, but is it going to sell hardware? What I mean by that's going to appeal outside of their quote unquote their core. You know what I mean? Is the casual going to drop down and spend $300 just to play fucking Mario? I don't think so. They want to play their Mario. They want to play their Gears. I'm sorry, they want to play their Call of Duty. They want to play their Madden. They want to play maybe their 2K. I think Switch is getting 2K. You know what I mean? And shit like that. The casual about 5 games a year. And the big 5 Nintendo, maybe they're getting one of them. You know what I mean? So they're not even getting Madden, but they're getting FIFA. You know what I mean? I listen, man. And again, just talking about the casual. Look at their voice chat option. Do you see that shit?
Yeah, some fucking bullshit, man.
I heard that the mobile app is fucking garbage.
You see that?
Man, so that's unacceptable. There's no excuse not to have that shit natively at all.
Yeah, the fucking Xbox was in like what, 2005, 2004?
2002.
2002. Xbox Live announced
the OG. But hold on. Before we get up out here, Z, let's think about this logically. All right, the Xbox One, everyone's saying got killed, right?
Got killed. All
right. Well, let's think about it. The Switch is still fucking new. It came out in March. You guys are acting like this came out like a year ago.
Got killed when?
It's really decreasing in sales, man. It's really decreasing in sales. Look at the numbers. It's a decline. And
man. The thing is only like, what, 2 or 3 months old. It's already declining.
So you this shit again. I want to just look at this. That's what I'm trying to say. When listen, how you say we got the fake news and alternative facts? So like I said, we get the biggest knife in the joke, we can call the bullshit. I've already said men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Now listen, if you guys don't understand what I'm saying, I want you to compare the first 4 or 5 months of sales of the Switch to the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. It's a huge difference. Okay, it's a big difference. You know what I mean? A huge goddamn difference. I got these numbers here. Yeah, right here in front of me. You know what I mean? They didn't even listen. When I said this in the video, I said Nintendo didn't even do 1 million at launch the first month. You know what I mean? Oh, it's sold out. Listen, bro, like stop with the bullshit, man. You know what I mean?
Xbox One did 1 million in 1 day. Did it do 1 million in 1 day?
It did. But I'm just saying this.
They did the million. The March did 900. I'm gonna share my screen with you.
Okay.
This isn't any VG chart shit here. I didn't know. You know what? It costs a lot of money to be part of NBA. I think it's like $50,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it does. Like what, 100, right?
You guys see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, these are official Switch numbers: 910, 280, 165, and 215.
That's a drop.
Okay. Now again, well, because it's sold out. Listen, there's nothing cutting edge inside a goddamn Switch. Because we got to stop everything. There's nothing. There's no bleeding edge technology that they have to, that they work so hard for them to get or gather. We talking about very old tech, very old tech. You know what I mean? So it's like stop it. You know what I mean?
What handheld looks better than that, bro?
Bro, see, listen. First of all, I'm gonna say this right here. I mean, all the understand you're still upset. But I'm gonna do it to you again. Okay, you're asking for it. Okay. The problem with that, what you're saying, and I'm with you, handheld. But Nintendo themselves are saying this is not their handheld. This is their 9th generation offering. Okay. If this thing was just a handheld, you wouldn't hear shit from me. I get it. When you got Nintendo themselves saying this is successor to the 3DS, okay? So you're putting it in the console.
Is the console stationary?
Hold on, hey. Real quick. Zaire, share my screen.
Listen, bro, my Xbox One or PS4 is not stationary either. I have LCD screens for them. If I choose to take it with me to go. But here's it. I am a middle-aged black man, a couple of color, with an active sex life, okay? Drives. I don't have time. Listen, even with my hand, like I like the PSP. I didn't play those things outside in a while. I played them in my house. But that's just me. I get it, okay? And again, I told you I live in a well-off neighborhood or town. I live in West Orange, New Jersey, okay? A lot of celebrities and stars up here. And at the corner of where I live, there's a fucking Dunkin' Donuts that the kids go to. They hang out with the free Wi-Fi, and I have not seen not one Switch in the wild, okay?
I haven't either.
Listen, next gen is from Newark, New Jersey. You know what I mean? Except rough part of New Jersey. Actually, the worst. And
that's super subjective, bro.
I didn't see these Switches in the wild. Fine, okay. I got white and Chinese goddamn neighbors, but Maseratis and all types of shit in their driveway. Okay, I haven't seen not one Switch. I don't see the kids talking about no Switches. Okay, I don't. Well, I see kids with iPads. You know what I mean? That's Nintendo's biggest competition, and they're getting their teeth kicked. You know what I mean? Why go out there and spend $30 on a handheld game when I can get, what's that shit? Subway Surf, anything for 99 cents free. That's took a lot of Nintendo's market. You know what I mean? That's why you now see Nintendo putting their iconic franchises on handheld because they're getting their ass kicked by cell phones and tablets. That's like a big part of their business. You know what I mean? I'm not paying $30, $40 for a handheld game. I can get one for fucking free. Who the fuck beats a handheld game? You know what I mean?
All the cell phone games are dog shit, bro.
Zaire, share my screen. Because you're painting half the picture.
I'm telling you the truth. I think
share my screen.
Okay. Share here. Let me go here. Those are things I just had up there. Put it up.
I know, but what you're not showing people is despite Switches drop, it's outselling the Xbox One S.
What? Bro, let me say this again. Okay.
Bro, it's new hardware.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna say this again. It's new hardware. Okay. Now, Porter Rock.
Listen, look at June. After 4 months, it's gonna drop. The whole new hardware is gonna drop. It's not gonna. We're not gonna keep saying new hardware in August.
So look at the numbers. The numbers are declining. They're going down.
And it's killing Xbox One S. It's killing.
50,000 more sales than the Xbox One S is not killing it, bro.
Let me ask you a question, Porter Rock.
At $300 in June, they were selling Xbox One S's for $200.
Listen, hey, Porter, let me ask you a question, Porter. Rock. Just throw shit here. If you compare how long this thing been on the market, say 4 months. If you compare the sales of the Switch first 4 months on the market to the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, it's not even close. Okay.
Hold up. That's not even a right comparison because the PS4 and the Xbox One came out in November.
Okay,
so you're gonna have the big holiday sale in November. You're gonna have the big holiday sale in December, and then you're gonna have triple down big sales.
I can pretty much guarantee.
actually came out
in March. Like what? March. March is not a big deal.
Pretty much guarantee that come the holidays, that the Switch will be the the third best-selling console. I can pretty much guarantee that. And also to show you new hardware. Look, they released a new PS4 Slim, a gold one with 1 terabyte for $250, and look how it outsold the Switch because it's new shit.
Exactly, and plus,
see, everybody's attributing to gold, but people didn't notice what game went back in the top 10 in June. Horizon Zero Dawn.
A lot of people bought
Horizon Zero Dawn went back in the top 10 people are buying the game. There's like 5 exclusives.
I must remind you, this is a podcast. Because right now, brother, you all over the world. I don't know what you're trying to say. 1 minute you got your Nintendo hat on.
Listen, no, what I'm saying is, and I'm saying this again, Xbox Family will be 3rd place in November.
Okay. Would you like to make a separate bet outside of that? Would you like to make a separate bet? Because we already got one bet for one game. We got one bet that that the Xbox.
Listen, I already got the bet with the Xbox and PlayStation. The whole Nintendo's neither here nor there, but I have a feeling. The reason why I have a feeling is I think there's a chance the Switch might be number 1 in November.
Let's make another bet. I bet you the Xbox One or the Xbox will sell the Switch this holiday season.
No, I don't care. I don't care about that.
Well, you just said you're gonna be in 3rd place.
No, I don't care. I care about the PlayStation versus Xbox in terms of.
Okay, I understand. Because you said guaranteed that the Xbox.
Okay.
And you bugging like this Xbox is gonna be in last place this holiday. Nintendo. Listen, now I'm not saying that the Mario. I see some weirdos hit me on Twitter. I understand the Mario is going to sell well. All Mario games sell well. All of them. And listen, and the reason why you still can compare it to, because one thing Nintendo has on their side that both Microsoft and Sony didn't have, Nintendo has a strong thing for their exclusives, and they're dropping exclusives every month, okay? So, again, we didn't get that with the PS4 and the Xbox One, okay? All you had was that and just right to the next year. Okay, but the Switch has, well, the basis is the Wii U library all over again, you know what I mean? But they're getting exclusives every month, so they have what you call stronger software, you know what I mean?
But Z, is that going to really pay off? Do these people really care that much about the exclusives?
They don't. That's why I've been saying
this holiday when people ask for their new console, they want GTA, they want Minecraft, they want Call of Duty.
You
can't get that shit on the Switch.
You know you're my favorite white boy, right? Listen.
Well, that's Minecraft.
We're gonna close the show. Fuck crap. You my favorite white boy. Listen. We're gonna close the show with this right here, right? And all day I knew you kind of quiet back now. He back there chewing his toenails, man. He said, man, listen, like I told you, I ain't can make it.
I'm listening.
Yeah, listen, look at Nintendo sales, right? Just look at these sales. Outside of the Wii, which was an enigma, which appealed to not just the the casuals, it appealed to the non-gamers, such as my grandmother, which I wouldn't consider my grandmother a casual. I wouldn't consider my 94-year-old auntie a casual. The Wii appealed to non-gamers, okay? What one for my grandmother, she may have played once, but one for church, they had one in bingo. You see where I'm going with this, okay? And we're talking about numbers. If you look at Nintendo sales of their home platforms from the NES, which is really well, to the Super NES, to the Nintendo 64, to the GameCube, until the Wii U, there's been a steady decline, okay? They've always had Mario. They've always had Zelda, okay? Just move, check it out. Just do me a favor and remove the Wii from Nintendo's lineup for generation, okay? And just look at that. You know what I mean? Is that really a successful goddamn platform?
Well, here's the problem. I understand the point because we talked about that plenty of times. But here's the thing. You are keep talking about consoles. The consumers are looking at the Switch as a portable device. They're looking at it as a handheld. That's it.
Let me ask you a question.
They're looking at it as a handheld. That's just the reality. You know, the normal Joe and Jane that's walking in the store and they see the Switch.
You guys ready for the late drop?
Yeah.
Listen, Listen.
Yes, it's like $100.
Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, you ready for the leg drop? And we're gonna close the show with this, ladies and gentlemen. And then Puerto Rico, hopefully that we and you are still friends after I say what I have to say. Now, what you just say? You said that the casual gamer is looking at the Switch as a portable, as a handheld.
As a handheld, they're looking as a handheld. They're looking as Nintendo's new handheld.
First of all, do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Would you be so kind to hit the like button? I promise you're going to hear what I have to say. You ready? What was, I don't know, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna test your gaming IQ. What was the main problem with the 3DS when it launched back in 2000 and maybe 2010, and why it was selling like shit? What was the main problem people complained about?
Oh, because it was the price.
And that was how much? $250.
Yeah.
Handheld gamers didn't want to spend $250. Okay, on the 3DS, wasn't because of the software, because it was too much fucking money. The 3DS didn't begin to fall out of the shelf or took a big step up, so it went down to $200 and dropped down to $150. Okay,
170 actually.
Okay, so again, it's not the casual gamer, because the casual is not going to spend $300 fucking dollars to play Mario. Nintendo fans will, and they're going out and they're buying this product. The console's only been out for 4 fucking months. Okay, and already we see a huge drop in the sales. Okay. So again, we talking about the casuals, the people that are gonna buy the Call of Duty, they're gonna play, they're gonna buy their maybe their GTA or whatever the goddamn thing. Okay, that's it. They're not gonna maybe even own. I doubt they even own multiple goddamn consoles. But if I don't have one goddamn console, you think I'm gonna go out and spend $300 just to play fucking Mario? You got to be nigga. You got to nigga. Are you for real? Are we still friends? Kumbaya. I can't get over you. You still like what around? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed yourself today. Thanks, Chris. Out Spanish now. Jesus Christ. Pray for him. Remember, all things are possible through the power of Christ. If you guys enjoyed yourself today, do me hit the like button.
Yeah. And before we close out, Z, should you give a shout out to your Patreons or?
Oh, I was about to. I'm about to shout them out. They keep the lights on. But listen again. Thank you guys for rocking out with Xbox Beastfire. Give you something different. Like I said, we should have a very, very interesting show come Thursday for Multiplayer Podcast. And I'm apologizing now to the panel. I'm sorry, and it was a great show. You guys need to hear a lot of it because a lot of people were screaming together. But listen, it'll be much better. You're still gonna get the same shit. People still gonna pop their shit or whatever. But I promise to keep it more in check so you can hear what everyone's saying during the show. It's gonna be pop. Things get so intense during the show, but everything's loves and giggles at the end of the goddamn show. Not to be taken serious. Besides my man K Megan D, they about to meet up in real life. K Megan said, D, how tall is you? You want to stop him up. But anyway, thank you for rocking out with us. Hit the like button.
For real. What are y'all doing?
Listen, also again, I'm just a shameless plug. Ladies and gentlemen, I have this, but we have Broadband Bullies, which we stream. You guys know, I've been talking about for a minute. We stream, we go against other teams. But even when they consider Broadband Bullies is something that's going to be bigger than just YouTubing and podcasting and looking to get a radio station, LLCs, a bunch of things. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I started a Patreon. I'm gonna say this again. Here's my disclaimer. Because you got the weirdos and people want to hate anyway, right? Don't charge anybody anything to play with me, okay? Those of you that know, that jumped in my live streams or whatever, everybody in this goddamn room right now, I met in my comment section, okay? So I don't put a wall between me, myself, and my subscribers, okay? But I have different tiers set up. Let me explain it, okay? All right, because let me share my screen. I mean, because you got the weirdos, and some of you guys just joined. It's the last time I'm gonna go. I can say I'm not gonna put any more energy into that weird shit in them haters. But here's the thing, okay? We have a $1 donation pledge, okay? And with that $1, we're giving away one free AAA game a month. That automatically puts you into the drawing to get one free AAA game. Then we have a $2 tier. With $2, you get to shout your brand out. Whatever you have a podcast. If you're in you taste pods for a living, it'll make a difference. You know what I mean? Whatever the case, if you want me to tongue kiss your grandmother, it'll cost you $2 a month. We have that tier. A little further down, we have what you call a $5 tier. You know what I mean? Big game or small talk. You guys know I have the BGST, I have Xbox Beastfire, I have the Multiplayer Podcast. Well, I was gonna say me, we, you know what I mean? And Broadband Bullies. So like I said, with $5, hey, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sit down. With $5, like I said, if you know about my live streams, they fill up very quick. Why? Because I don't lock my parties and I don't lock the rooms that we in. So they fill up very quick and everybody wants to play. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is the $5, if you choose to get behind the sport and pledge, you know what I mean? You would get, over someone that's listening. I'm not saying that person there that's watching and participating, not supporting, but you get top pick over them. I'm not pick, but okay, fine. You get top pick over. No, you don't have to wait as long as someone else. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And again, you just $5. You just help supporting the stream. For those that know, I invite everybody from the comments to come rock out. But like I said, Gears of War, you have 10 people. It fills up quick. Halo, it always fills up quick. You know what I mean? $5 just get you a spot, but not just me. Like I said, you're supporting the stream. Okay, $10. You get a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we do. That I'm gonna make public, put here on the page, and then say for $20 a month, exclusive shows behind, exclusive shows and content that's strictly for the Patreon. And then I just made one because somebody wanted to give me more than $20. I didn't know how to do it, but I mean, whatever. But I had the $50 VIP thing. The admins, you had to come live on the air, say what you got to say. Just whatever. I'm just kidding. But the reason why I even made the VIP because someone wanted to give me more than $20 a month, and I didn't know how to set up the time, how to do it. But anyway, that's the part here. Like that's it there. Like I said, it's $5. I'm not charging you to play with me or whoever, because like I said, I make it free. I mean, it's open to everyone, but it fills up really quick, So if you want to cut in front of the line, and just not so much as that, like I said, to support what I got going on. Like I said, I'm trying to get a radio station, LLCs, another website. Like I said, all that stuff just costs. And if you have, if you have a brand, if you're building a brand or whatever, you understand. This is the fact that now that iTunes, for you guys help, BGST is going to iTunes and Google Play. All that shit costs, and YouTube doesn't cover it, And even like you say, you don't like me, you like D, whoever's a part of it that's participating in this, to help them, make better content on their channel, whether it's with Elgato's, mics, or whatever. I just want to explain that. Just for the last time, I don't want because again, you got the haters and, but no more of that, man. I'm working back here, Shout out to Still Series that's looking to get behind the show, and with their merch, and shout out to those guys right there. So something should be coming soon. But again, shout out to the Patreon, my man Giddy Yelder. If I pronounce your name wrong, I do apologize. Cornelius King, shout out to you. Plus $20. These brothers here, Dave Berry, shout out to him. Soldier Effect, they just pledged and they didn't even want anything, none of the rewards. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to my man Tony, Almeida 3. I can't even pronounce your name wrong. I do apologize. He just signed up just now. Sean Davis and Gary Lee was the first person to sign up. I appreciate it, but that's what I'm doing. Thank you to those that wanted to get behind us. And if you can't, if you did, shout out to you that show up to my shows every week when I'm live streaming and all that stuff. Like I said, it means the world to me, man. So that there is explained. I will leave a link. But yeah, thank you. For those that. Any of you guys want to say anything before we get off the air?
Fuck you.
Damn. He's still mad about that Mario stuff, bro. So you gotta listen. Hey, you gotta crawl before you walk, bro.
Oh, man, I'm already standing on the building, bro.
Yeah, listen, you gotta crawl before you walk, bro. Big dog here,
just
bro.
Want to say, stay tuned to Broadband Bullies.
For sure.
You already know what it is. We get it cracking every Friday.
This is Don DeMarco.
You know what I'm saying? Come join with us. You already know. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, we out of here, man. Hey, Puerto Rock, you said you want to see if we go? Something you got going on?
What's
you
up?
Want to see anything?
Nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say y'all gonna be mad come November.
Xbox gonna lose, man. We know that already.
Man.
Hey, and before we get up out here, I just wanted to go ahead and thank everyone who was supporting me on Twitter after my little incident. I really appreciate that shit, and I'm glad to be back. I'm bringing a new Xbox tomorrow, a new Xbox, and I'm ready to go.
I'll say this as a gamer, honestly. Yes, we want our console or our platform of choice to do well, but in all honesty, I'm just excited for the Xbox One X. It's gonna have the best graphics on any of the consoles, and it's gonna be in a league of its own.
Talk about it, D.
And for me personally, I could give a rat's ass about the sales. Of course, I want to do good, but I'm gonna get the fucking product that I want, so I really don't give two shits.
Yeah, and there you go, and that's all that really matters.
Shout out to the panel, man. Thanks, Puerto Rock, for coming through. We could constantly elbow drop him. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool, though.
Hey, just imagine what would happen if Puerto Rock actually got an Xbox and we could elbow him on actual games.
That's why we got the Patreon. My man Puerto Rock, he tighter than the crab's ass. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Hey, we got to get my man off sardines and rice, man.
Come on, you know what I mean? For real. But
that
again,
boy got the paper dropping every month.
I don't eat seafood. Vienna sausage and rice. Get it right.
My man.
We do both, man.
That's how we do. I don't do that sardine shit.
Facts with the butter and the sugar.
I'm gonna say Vienna sausage and white rice. That's it.
Talk about what you salt and pepper or butter and sugar.
And a fried egg.
No, we don't do that country ass shit.
You
that
salt
butter
and
sugar
pepper
shit.
or butter and sugar.
Oh hell.
And ketchup. Get that ketchup.
Get that ketchup on there.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to see
get that fried egg and white rice with ketchup.
Pull up. Why you ain't hit me? I know you was online, bro.
Shout out to water.
He down with the broadband bullies too. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm leaving the link right here down again to the live stream. We also, if you didn't know, we do an exclusive show there. You know, we talk about the UFOs, religion, and all that good stuff. We shoot it at Wednesdays about 10:30.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
we talk about a list of everything. You know what I mean? This week will be a little bit more redefined. I got some things I'm gonna go with the guys with. But yeah, we working, my man. There's the link there, like I said, to the live stream. We're gonna get in there, just come rock out with us, and also to leave you guys the link to the website. And like I said, I'll give away, even though I'm giving away one free game a month to the most active person in the forums. You know what I mean? So again, I'm gonna like I said, start promoting some of the things that I'm not paying for this shit here. I don't ever talk about it. Listen, I got a great site, and this ain't no cheap site here. It's a great site. Look at it. You know what I mean? Just look at it. What I got here. Check it out. If you didn't check it out, sign up for the forums. That's the link to the site. There's a link to the mixer. And if you think I went too hard on all day in Puerto Rock today, type in 1 and give me a number to your grandmother. But we got to get the hell up out of here. In here. Also, too, man. You know, we out of here. Let me close the show. Last and well, Sonny just said, get behind Rock with us. We rock with those that rock with us. And here's the link again to the page. Listen, go listen. Listen. Also, too, I want to say this. If you have some ideas or something that I can make an offer in the Patreon or something that I'm not doing, you want to see me do, listen, there it is. You know, let me know your thoughts. Thank you. We out here, man. We gone. We off there.
Peace.
And no ponies were hurt on the show. No ponies was hurt. Everything is good. Anybody cut up. We out here, man.